kind of keep it up. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Joe's Bar and the little fun that we're about to have. Um, a bunch of us got together during Brains the Books and just had an amazing. Oops, I think that's me. Is that me? All right. Sorry about that. Amateur hour over here. Um, but I had we had an amazing time at Bring the Books, and a lot of us were like, "Well, let's see what we can do and recapture this magic." So all of us got together and kind of said, "You know what? Let's get together and have a little fun." And one of the things I remember in my time of actually having friends and not being on the internet all the time was game nights and things that I used to enjoy very much, and we'd sit around and it was escalating into something more, and we had a little bit more fun with it. But we're kind of doing the same thing tonight and just kind of hanging out. I got some things planned and some things not so planned, and I think we're all just gonna have some fun, and I want to make sure that everybody gets across who they are and what they're doing. So while we've got people here, let's introduce ourselves and kind of go down the line. I'm Joe Compton. I run GoIndieNow, and I am an author. And I've done film before and stuff like that. So I'm an artist. I would just call myself, and that's how I would define it. Let's start with you, Anais. How about you tell us a little bit about yourself for everybody?
Okay. I'm Anais Chartschenko, and I am an author. I have 3 books published, and I am also a songwriter. I have 2 CDs on CD Baby right now, and I guess the same thing applies. I just consider myself an artist as well as Joe. Drink a lot of tea.
All right. How about you? Well, she's drinking, but go ahead, Ani. Tell everybody who you are.
You caught me red-handed. What can I say? I'm Ani Manjikian. I'm a web developer and an author, so I guess I'm an artist too. I'm currently working on the 3rd book in my Stars of Heroes series. I'm also building a indie author website that highlights every author that has ever been on my blog. It's called Meet the Indies. So between those 2 projects and my regular paying work, I'm kind of busy.
Got a little bug there. Huh? All right, Heidi, tell everybody what you do and who you are.
Hi, everyone. I'm Heidi Angell, and I am a multi-genre author. I have 8 books out. Ranges everything from urban fantasy to children's books to poetry. And I'm also the lead creator behind An Angel's Life of Bookish Goodness. We're on every single platform imaginable, and we share all sorts of awesome bookishness. So great place to start finding us is go to YouTube and then to Patreon, and you can see all the awesome bookish goodness that we share.
Fantastic. All right, JB, tell everybody who you are and what you're doing.
Hi, I'm JB Taylor. I am a writer. His fiction book is out now. It's called Discovery. It's on Amazon and site that you can.
Sorry about that. I'm muted. So, I mean, we were just talking. We were having a conversation off camera a little bit. Well, off live feed. We were still on camera, but we were talking about Heath Ledger and some of our favorites characters and stuff like that. I was just mentioning a small little movie called Candy that everybody should go see if they want to know what Heath Ledger is really capable of. I mean, obviously, we all know the Joker is one of his trademark acting jobs, but that was something that That was something that everybody remembers him from. Um, but I kind of wanted to break the ice a little bit because that's what bartenders do when they get ready for the bar to open. We break some ice and get it all ready to go and have everything um, laid out for everybody. So we're ready for our busy shift and our busy night. And I was just curious, just to kind of break the ice. Is it mustard or ketchup on your hot dogs? And I have a follow up to that.
Both.
Do you put the same condiments on your hamburger that you put on your hot dog? All right. I leave it out to all of you.
I do both, but I don't put ketchup and mustard on my hamburger because no.
Just about everything on a hamburger. I don't care. Mustard, ketchup. I'll throw some pickles and onions on there. Blue cheese once didn't go well, but I tried it. As for a hot dog, ketchup really doesn't make sense to me. And some mustard. And
All right.
Well, I'm a vegetarian.
yeah.
But I guess if I was going to make the fake version, I would use both.
Have you had the veggie dog before?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
There was when
They aren't bad, surprisingly.
yeah, no, I was gonna say when we used to have, ironically, when we used to have game nights when I lived in Denver with a bunch of my friends, they were all vegetarians, which made me a vegetarian, as the famous saying goes.
Yep.
But they were all vegetarians, and we found the stuff from Morningstar.
Yep.
It was buffalo chicken nuggets.
Mhm.
They tasted just like them. I swear to God, they were better than the original buffalo chicken nuggets.
Well, they're not all created equal, I'll tell you that. When I was a kid, they were making fake meat. I remember this so well. And it was a big camp out. And so we were making it. And one of the kids dropped it and it bounced. And then, of course, you found out that the fake meat that you're cooking bounces and all the kids want to bounce it. So that's a very vivid memory for me, bouncing the fake meat. And it was not something that tasted good at all. At all.
Have to be in that.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't remember the recipe. I just remember the bouncing.
I've had a black bean burger. They're okay.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, some homemade in there. They're pretty good.
What's that? How about you, Ani? What do you prefer?
Well, it's like my writing and like what kind of dog I'm eating or what kind of hamburger I'm eating determines the condiments. But usually when I do a hamburger, it's not ketchup and mustard, it's horseradish and barbecue sauce. Because I like the tang and the sweet a little bit better.
On a hot dog?
Hamburger, dude.
Okay.
Hot dogs are more, yeah. I can usually eat them plain or with cheese. As I said, it just depends on what kind of dog, because you got the corn dog, you got the hot dog, you got the sausage, you got the, as I said, it depends on what I have available and what mood I'm in.
I'm curious, Anais, have you ever eaten meat in your life?
When I was really young, I had wild game, but I don't remember it. Like bear and deer, but I don't remember that.
Have you ever read about a boy?
No.
His mom's a vegetarian. It's a movie too with Hugh Grant, but his mom's a vegetarian, and all he ever wants to do is go to McDonald's because that's where all his friends hang out, and she
Yeah.
and she can't bring him she was like, well, if I'm gonna give you meat, I want to give you something that's really good. I don't want to give
Right.
you crap. And he's like, but I want crap. I want crap. I want to. I want to know what it's like, you know.
He
And of course,
probably would be so unhappy because if you eat meat after you haven't had meat, you just throw up.
yeah.
I did try it. God, maybe a couple of years ago, 5 years ago maybe. So I was trying to gain weight, and they told me that it would be easier if I ate meat. So I tried, and I promptly threw up.
Oh, wow.
You just can't process it anymore. So I gave up.
I think it also depends on what kind of meat you eat after, too, how processed it is.
Oh, it wasn't very. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so the more fresh it is, the more like if you have like a steak, it would be harder for your body to process because it wasn't already processed. Whereas if you had like hamburger or something, it probably wouldn't have been as bad.
well, it wasn't meant to be.
That works too.
Oh well.
Yeah, I went vegetarian for a long time, for like 2 years, and then I went raw for a year, and that
Hmm.
almost. And actually, it's funny you say the thing about the vegetarians eating meat. Well, somebody who goes from having all that fat and protein to going vegetarian or going raw has a hard
Yeah.
time transitioning just as much. And
Yeah,
because
that's true.
you don't get the right protein, you don't know how to absorb the protein that is given to you when you're a vegetarian, or especially when you're raw, because
Yeah.
things are uncooked or something to that effect, and it's very interesting to be in that state. I had a real I didn't have a hard time with the vegetarian part. I had a real hard time with the raw stuff, though. That was just impossible. I don't
Yeah.
know how people do it.
I did stuff like that for a while. It was okay. The thing that I can't handle is processed food. That if it's processed food, then it makes me sick, or has like high fructose corn syrup, or preservatives. All the artificial colors will make me sick.
Do your characters eat meat, or are they vegetarian?
Oh yeah, they can eat meat. Yeah, I have I started out in one of the earliest chapters. There's some harpies that are happily eating caribou. Yeah, I don't care if anyone else eats meat. Like that doesn't bother me at all. I just can't do it myself.
Is that kind of a vicarious fixation, though? You're kind of living through them a little bit. As I wish I be. I mean, obviously, you don't wish you could be a meat eater. You're probably very happy being vegetarian. But you know, how do you internalize that experience?
I just imagine the people that I've known that have done it. So for the harpies eating the caribou, this is gonna sound kind of hopefully not mean, but when I was in Canada, some of the family friends were mountain men type guys, big grizzly dudes, lived off the land, big beards, just rough looking characters. And I saw them eat caribou. And I remember that experience. So, yeah, that's where I get it from. It's not the dainty experience that one would think of in a restaurant or something, no.
It's like right out of The Revenant. Right? They all run up to the fire, like all the Indians run up to the fire and start just grabbing chunks of meat and just
Yeah,
in their mouth.
yeah.
That's a
They're
nugget.
like preserved in a jar. I remember the jars of preserves and them like pulling them out. I'm actually reading Blood and Bile, the new book from Joshua Robertson, and he has cannibalism. It's out there. I'm not really giving anything away by saying this, but the way he's describing that, it totally reminded me again of them like pulling the preserves of meat out. And no,
Gnarly. Oh,
they're not cannibals. I have an active imagination.
oh, that's great. So, I mean, the other thing is like, I don't know if anybody else. I don't know what phones you all have. If you have an iPhone or whatever, I have a Pixel, and I got like 100 ringtones, and I've been playing around with my phone and putting ringtones to people like my parents. I think my funniest ringtone is my parent, which is "Who Could It Be Now" by Men at Work, because I know who they are. So just the irony. What are some of you? Do you guys all have different ringtones for your phones and different people, or am I just the crazy
Only
one?
when my husband steals my phone. He likes to program obnoxious things. Back in, I want to say it was like 2005 or 2006, Android had an app that it would sing a song, name of the person who was calling. So every time my phone would ring, it would sing, "Michael's calling you. What could he want to do? Michael's calling you." Or "Stephanie's calling you. What could she want to do?" It was just so obnoxious. I wanted to kill him. But randomly, he'll go through and he'll reprogram it with obnoxious songs. He tormented me with the Friday song by making it his ringtone. And he loves the fact that it takes me like 2 weeks to figure out how to change it. So I'll leave it until it drives me crazy enough that I'll actually go in and change it.
How hilarious! That's funny.
Oh, it's funny to you.
It sounds like it's funny to him as well.
Oh, the things that boys do. Let boys be boys. Come on. But that reminds me of, because I was just the reason I asked that question too is because I was playing around with them today, but also I was watching a clip from James Corden and Jason Alexander was on, and they talk about this famous scene in Seinfeld where he sings to his answering machine from the song "Believe It or Not." Hey, believe it or not, I'm Jordan. I'm not home. Please leave a message at the beep. I'm not. I must be out, or I pick up the phone. Where could I be? Believe it or not, I'm not home. And that's what you were saying reminded me of that a little bit. How about you, Jamie? Do you have funny ringtones?
I actually have like a simple little phone, so it doesn't really have any stuff on it. I have a Kindle Fire, and it has like on it. I mean, like the families together. The sound effects during a board game. We were all playing Monopoly one night, and he kept having to go to jail, so I would hit the womp womp womp. And he halfway through the game, he told me to shut it off. So that's really and stuff like that. I don't. Unfortunately, I just have like a plain little, but it gets the job done. So.
Ani, do you have any funny ringtones? Obviously, you're keeping this conversation very in a mute mode for quite some time. So,
well, I'm just being respectful. I do Star Wars for my main ringtone, and I do the Jetsons for my the Jetsons doorbell for my text tone.
Oh, nice.
It's more like my email, because my email, as you've heard before, is "You've got mail." Well, I have one priority client, so I put the the tones from emergency on his anytime I get an email from him.
So the Jetsons one, that's "Hey Jane," is that the one you're talking about?
No. It's the let me see if I can make it do it. Hang on one second, I'll make it do it. It's the doorbell. And yes, Heidi, if you ever have problems with your Android, I know how to reset it. So if you get really frustrated, just text me and I'll or PM me and I'll fix you real quick. Let me see. Hang on one second. Sounds. My phone, my device. Sounds and notifications. Here we go. Here, let's see. That's no. Here's okay.
Yeah, there you
That's the one for my. That's the one for my text message.
So,
But yeah, it's under Heidi. Next time, it's under my device, sounds and notifications on an Android.
The key is, will I remember that next time? Probably not, which is why he keeps doing it.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Eventually, I'll get annoyed and I'll go in and change it. And,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, if you ever need help, you know, I mean, I have an Android too, so, you know, I can help.
There we go.
does nobody on this panel have an iPhone? That would be a first, I think.
I have a flip phone.
I have an
Awesome.
iPad.
Oh, no. That's a different thing.
Yeah, I know, but it helps with my writing.
This is awesome. Wow. We are an Apple-free broadcast. Wow.
I'm a smartphone-free person. I mean,
I call mine my dumb phone.
Yours is a burner phone. That's what I would call it.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, it totally is.
Nobody gonna mess with me. You kidding me? That's right. Of course I have a burner phone. That's my style.
Your real phone is the Gnome, right? You pick that up and that rings, right?
Yeah, it rings, but it doesn't do anything fancy besides be indestructible.
I'm talking about the real phone that your actual real phone is the Gnome behind you, right? It rings.
Oh, I wish. That'd be awesome. If I could like pick up the hat and then talk.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. No.
I had one of those when I was a kid. It was from David the Gnome.
Really? Oh, that is so cute.
My dad was trying to get me into girly things, and he thought that was a safe, slow venture from G.I. Joe. He tried to do the leap to Barbie, and I hung Barbie.
No,
So
I'm
that
even
didn't
very
go over well.
girly.
Oh no, I'm totally not girly, and
Did you say
yeah,
you
it was bad.
hung Barbie?
I did. I hung Barbie.
She's a violent girl.
I did. Well, okay, so let me tell you a story behind that, because I'm not really a violent girl.
With Barbie.
Okay. No, it was
Surprised you
to
burn
send a
up the
message. It was to send a message. So
Yeah.
my next door neighbor was like the prissy girl that, she plays in dresses and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, and my best friend was the boy that lived down the street. And he would come over and he would play trucks with me all the time. And I absolutely loved it. It was awesome. And then one day he didn't show up and I couldn't figure out where he went. Went outside. My next door neighbor moved her Barbie house with his trucks. So I may or may not have hung her Barbie from her porch light. I may or may not have been woken up the next day to a child shrieking like somebody had died, and may or may not have gotten grounded until I turned 21.
Oh my God.
I was a little upset. Abandonment issues. What can I say?
That's amazing. So I don't know if anybody here knows.
I'll just say that I've never been foolish enough to mess with my husband, because they've heard that story. So.
The Kentucky Derby was today, and I'm wondering if you guys had a horse in the race, what would their name be?
Lucky number 7.
Roach, like the horse from The Witcher.
Nice.
Trump's ass. I had 2. I had Trump's ass and Princess Buttercup.
Nice.
I'd probably be doing Would Be Dreaming.
I'd probably be bold and say the fucking winner.
I think the Jockey Club wouldn't allow that.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, that's too bad. That's the best one.
Well, yeah, the Jockey Club has all these rules and regulations, and I found out, actually, I was doing some research today because I'm trying to get my newsletter out, And I used to think that you couldn't register a name if it had been used before. Actually, that's technically not true. There's names you can't use, like international registered, like copyright names, and they have this whole list of them that that you can't use. But it's not the rule of any name cannot be used. It's just certain specific ones.
Well, they won't know, Joe, if you lean forward to your horse and whisper in his ears, "You know who you are."
You're the one.
You're the one.
My other one would be Trump's real hair.
Oh!
Too easy.
Right? Yeah, that one.
It would be bald, then, wouldn't it?
That one wrote itself.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's a white horse, right? It's a white horse.
It has a part, right? Like
Orange
right
horse.
where it's at.
Actually, the only white horses I know, white horses are rare, very rare.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only ones that are really standard are the Olympus honors.
Yeah, isn't the Derby kind of racist? They only have brown horses that run in that thing.
No, you've gotten grays, you've gotten bays, you've gotten blacks.
Against horses.
It depends on the bloodline, and everybody's breeding for the bloodline.
So brown, the purest bloodline. Is that why most of them are brown?
Yeah, because
It's the most common.
You look at bay is the most common, but you look at some of the bloodlines, and like the horse that won today, he actually had Northern Dancer in 2 different generations. So basically, Northern Dancer was a grandfather, but he was also a great-great-grandfather.
Interesting. You.
There's a lot of inbreeding when horses, but yeah, you'll find like in Kentucky, browns are more common because of the inbreeding that goes on in the area, and it's not the people. Just to be clear, I can make that joke because
They're technically called bays, Heidi. They're called bays.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Gives a new meaning to the word cow tipping.
Yeah.
well, they don't know.
Oh man, that's crazy. I feel bad for those horses though, because they're bred to do that,
Too. That's
and then they're done, right? I mean, that's it for them, right? I mean,
Well, it depends on the bloodline. I mean, it all depends on if the horse has enough of a good bloodline, whether they'll go to stud or foal. But yeah, or
they
what's
go to box. Is that the alternative?
no, some of them are adopted out. I mean, we once owned a thoroughbred, and it was converted to a show jumper. So they don't all go to horse meat. Some people will adopt them, So
Or they'll use them for breeding.
yeah, but again, it depends on the bloodline. Now, most likely, this guy, because he won the Kentucky Derby, he will go out to pasture. And also because he's got Seattle Slew and Secretariat in his bloodline as well.
Wow. So does I mean, but the
that
demand
the
that
horse?
they put on these horses, right, is not the demand that their body can handle, right? I mean, that is kind of
they're
kind of a famous idea behind all this, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
what, Joe?
they break down a lot faster.
Yeah, because you've got 1,200 pounds on basically human legs. If you think about it, I mean, if you look at how skinny their legs are.
Wow, that's crazy. Oh.
Thoroughbreds are bred for speed, so of course they're going to want to breed them where they're the leanest everywhere possible.
So
Yeah,
what is I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And no, the saddest part is when a horse breaks a leg. And I've actually seen a horse be taken off a racetrack. It's not fun. Knowing that horse, knowing what they did to the horse, putting him to sleep on the racetrack. It's not. No, I don't like the idea of horses losing their lives because they don't know any better. I mean, they don't know. They'd rather just run free or just be in their community. They don't want to sit there running around the racetrack. They do it because they love to run.
That's why I don't watch it. It's just, yeah.
Oh, I've watched.
I don't like
I've watched,
how they're whipped and.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I've watched because I love watching horses run, but knowing what happens to the horse, it's not. It's not fun. It's not. I mean, it's like anything where humans treat creatures who they think are dumber than they are when they're not. So anyway, I could go off for hours on that, so I won't. And yes, I'm a meat eater. Okay, so yes, I'm. And some people would call me a hypocrite.
Not at all. I mean, most meat eaters have a pet.
Yeah.
I think you could love.
I treat animals with lots of respect.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said for that.
Yeah, just because you eat meat doesn't mean that you want them tortured before it becomes
No, I don't.
meat.
No, I don't. I mean, I write about.
I don't think anybody will think that.
I write about horse abuse in one of my books, but it's a matter of a storytelling. It's not a matter of that I'm trying to glorify it. Because I've seen horses that
Black Beauty.
Yeah. So
Black Beauty had that, and they definitely was not glorifying it. That was one of the saddest things I ever read.
So did Warhorse.
So sad.
Yeah. But there's some people who don't give a damn. Seriously.
Yeah.
There's some people who do not care.
Yeah.
Because they think because a creature can't talk.
There are some people that the only thing they care about is the money that they make from it.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that plays into not caring about the end, anything and everything to get the money. But as soon as that horses, that's useless. They don't think about the animals, who have feelings, So it's.
Well, what I find funny about the Kentucky Derby, especially, is the aesthetic of it. If you look at the stadium itself, like they have the stands that are like really close to the track, but then they have this like prune yard, like 100 miles, like 150 feet, 300 feet away, that has these big bushes. How the hell are you seeing anything in there? So obviously you're not there to watch horse racing. You're there to socialize because all it is a bunch of bar tables and people in funny
It's all
hats.
about the money.
Yeah.
And like I said, I lived in Louisville, so I can talk like that because I that used to be the thing. We went to one Kentucky Derby party when we were living there, and I was like, these are the most pretentious people I have ever met in my entire life. And most of them had never even been around a horse. And, I was born and raised in Montana where everybody owned horses, but they were for, actual use, not for racing each other and betting on money, And so it was a really weird experience for me to Kentucky Derby in Kentucky. And then I moved to South Carolina and experienced the trials, which is where they race to be able to go to the Kentucky Derby. And I was like, yep, nope, they really are pretentious at all levels of this game.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, it's rough.
It makes sense. It's kind of a thing of that you're either very, very wealthy if you have horses, or you're very, very poor and you have horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of middle class people who just, oh yeah, we're gonna have a horse. It's quite an endeavor to have a horse.
It is.
And especially if you're going to have a horse that's going to be in the Kentucky Derby, you're going to be one of the people who is very, very rich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's no way.
Oh, yeah. Or at least you're going to pretend you're really rich until your horse wins, and then you'll be rich.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those
Yeah.
too.
And then waste everything that you have on that horse.
Yep. A
And
lot
I guess
of
there's
those too.
two. I guess there's that too.
Yeah.
I'm so practical. I just could not imagine.
No.
It's so much like playing the slot machine or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except that with the slot machines, you don't have a living animal that you should be taking care of.
Well, yeah, yeah, absolutely.
You know.
Yeah, but financially speaking, blah. Can't imagine.
Well, I have the writer's block right here, and I thought.
Woohoo!
The writer's block.
Yeah, and look.
I'm afraid.
It's got a secret compartment and everything, and I got all the little questions in there. I got a few
Oh my
questions.
god.
So
Nice.
Let's pull one out and talk about a little. Let's talk a little shop, shall we? So, which social media site has been your most effective sales tool?
Twitter.
Why?
I've met the most people there that I've formed long-term friendships with. I've had the most activity when people all get behind me and start retweeting my books, and then I see a spike in my sales. I don't know. For some reason, it works for me. People like my short little random stuff, and I like theirs. I don't know.
Well, you
There you
just
go.
put your book for free out there today. If
I
people
did. I
Bright
did
Needles.
put Bright Needles for free.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually got a copy of that.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'm hoping to get more reviews. I have 11 reviews so far, and I'm really hoping to get more. So I figured if I give it away,
I'm slapping my hand because I need to do that. I need to get
yeah,
a review because I have read it cover to cover and quoted quite a few things from there before, and there's a couple really strong verses that I love, and it's for anybody who's really into like Poe or there's some really deepness to it, but it's really dark, and for some reason, for me, I don't know about anybody else, but for me, when I've got a little blue to my demeanor or I'm feeling a little down, darkness usually makes me rise up a little bit. And so, when it's dark outside, I like to write and write, something like a murder scene or something, and it gets me going. It gets my spirits up, and so I think
yeah,
that the dark poetry really does that for me, and it's the one that I've gone to the last couple times when like I was really stressed out trying to get my show out last week, and my head was about to pop off, and I was putting something together for Anais as part of my show. She was part of the new releases, and I said, you know what? I bet you Bright Needles could help me out right here. And so I pulled Bright Needles and read a couple poems, and that helped me out. So.
well, thank you. That's basically the best thing that anybody said to me.
So,
Nice.
how about everybody else? What are we using these days? Heidi, you're a big social marketer. Tell us what's been effective for you. I know we're really upset
I'm
about
obsessed with
co-promote
social
right
media.
now, right?
Yeah, co-promote hasn't been working for the last week, and I'm really upset with them right now.
That was so sad.
I don't know what's going on.
I could get to their site. I could get to their
get
site.
you, but
Yeah,
I
but you couldn't log in and share.
No, you can't log in and share.
Weird.
Yeah, and they're not really explaining what's going on other than it seems to be a server issue. So I don't know. I'm glad I don't pay for it. But
Yeah.
no, for me, I found the most effectiveness of reaching new people on social media is through Facebook book parties. For me, that's been the most successful. Is that I know for a lot of people, they're like, oh, they was first started, but I haven't had a lot of success with that lately. And most of them I talk to, it's because they're sticking within their social group on Facebook. And so they've already shared all their friends, so they're not meeting new. So I'm constantly signing up for new events, and I do usually 1 or 2 a month on average, and I always try to make sure that it's new authors that I haven't done stuff with before.
I mean,
That's where success.
I can't get away from it. Every time I decide to stop, I run across one that I get invited to that has more majority of people I don't know versus majority. That's how I measure it. If it's majority of people I know versus majority of people I don't know, I won't. I'll go and I'll be entertained and I'll interact because I want to help my friends out. But I will not do a takeover there because it's time consuming to do those things.
Yeah.
And it's a waste of time when you're doing it to the same.
It's the same audience.
Yeah, I mean, the 4 people that are watching are probably the 4 people that I do Facebook takeovers to every minute. So that's what we're talking about here. You know what I mean? So, but about ironically, what you've said, I have found the same thing is like, even though I just did one where I was majority of friends, but he's a good friend of mine, so or at least somebody I've known for a longer time period. So I agreed to do it and wanted to do it for that reason, and I still got new subscribers and new followers out of that. So there is a validation to doing it in any respect, because you're going to at least get 1 or 2, and that to me is a success in my mind. I'll spend the 25 minutes or 30 minutes to set that up to do that. And I cheat a little bit because I go live, but yes, that is a cheat, but it is a good cheat, I think. So
it's a great cheat. I actually did a forum asking readers what some of their favorite things were from takeovers, and they love it when authors go live because they get to see the person behind the book, and that's really what they're there for. I mean, yeah, they want to learn about new books, but they're really there to engage with authors. That's their whole
right. And I believe you're the one who
draw for that.
Yeah, and I believe you're the one who.
And as a reader, I love them too. So I go to lots of them.
And I'm with you. And I believe you're the one who mentions oftentimes too about the number one strategy in marketing, which is get seen, because it takes multiple moments to be seen in order for somebody to register and want to buy that. That's why you see the same commercial over and over again every time you're watching a show. It's because they know it takes you 10 to 15 times to get your brain going that, hey, look, I should buy that.
Yeah, what you're talking about, just to be clear, this isn't my role. But they say that it takes a minimum of 7 impressions to make an impulse buy. And yeah, absolutely, that's a great place to get that, is at those types of events.
I mean, have you done a takeover, Anais?
I've done a couple, but so far I've only met other writers and not writers who are buying. I've met people that I like and that I talk to, and I'm glad of it. And I'm glad I did it, and I'll do it again. But I haven't met readers through them yet.
I think that's authors' major complaint about them, is that it's only other authors that attend for the most part. You'll get a reader from time to time, but they're really there to support the person that was there.
You guys are going to the wrong Facebook events.
Yeah.
I might be. I might be. I don't know.
And that's one of the problems that I've noticed, and I make a point of whenever I join one, mentioning, hey guys, because there are authors that they haven't met before. It blows my mind how many events I go to, and I invite 200 people, and there are only 250 people invited. And I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't right. You guys are doing it wrong. So yeah, that is frustrating, but that's one of the things that I look at, if they're not inviting people, I don't attend that one, because I've got better things to do than to sit around with a bunch of writers.
Yeah, maybe I should be a little bit more. You are right now. No, I'm kidding. No, I think
But
that maybe I
this is
should
not
be
to
more
sell
like
books.
that.
This is to have fun.
I understand. I understand. I think maybe I should do your approach more, because before, I mean, the first couple times I've done, I don't know, probably close to 10 now, maybe. And so now maybe it's time to start being more like you and be a little bit more picky and looky.
Now you've got your feet under you. You know, that's a good thing. But I think part of the problem is that
true.
there are a bunch of authors that are jumping onto the whole Facebook party thing, and nobody has really taught them how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
I think that that's on the host's responsibility.
Yeah, I think that if I did it, I would
make
definitely, as a host, tell people.
sure that they know what's expected of them when they're invited to it. You're going to have this much time. Please invite readers.
Mm-hmm.
Expecting.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of people be that organized.
Done it. But yeah, and it does take tons of organization.
Yeah.
But you know, I just wish that there were more things out there that helped authors understand what they need to do. And there's so many, you know, there's millions of posts that tell you, oh, you need to be doing this, 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 and this, but they don't tell you how to do any of those things.
That's true.
And that's actually why I partnered with Amanda Mabry and Stephanie, can't remember her last name, from Our Right Side.
Yep.
We're starting to work on blog posts like that so that we can give them the how-tos, not just the what-to-dos.
That's actually really nice. That's a good idea.
Stephanie Ayers is the name you're looking for.
Thank you. I just was drawing a blank. I have too many Stephanies in my life.
Yeah, me too. I have a follow-up for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But I had another idea too for social media. But I have a follow-up to that too, because you just began Patreon, and Patreon, is that going to be a teaching platform for you, or are you going to just be doing a sales platform?
Yeah, so my Patreon account, there are several different levels. And based on will determine which materials you get. And absolutely, if you sign up for the book God or Goddess, not only will you get all of the fun book stuff, but you'll get all the fun writerly stuff too. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's lots of fun. My Patreon's awesome. I'm excited about it.
That's cool. I'm wondering too, because this is what I've been getting a lot lately. Twitter is obviously the one I get all the time, but I've been getting Instagram a lot too, and I'm wondering how people are feeling about that, how that platform's treated them.
Instagram is
I get
super
lots
hard
of
for me.
likes.
Yeah.
Got on it, so they just now made it for Amazon for 2 days, and it's mostly cat pictures.
Yeah, with Instagram, I get lots and lots of likes, but I only have like 2% of my web traffic comes from Instagram. And I would say more than half my posts have links to them. But it's hard because you can't, even though there's a link there, they have to copy and paste it. And if most of the users are using Instagram the way I use Instagram, they're using it from their phone. Perfectly honest, I have to be like super interested in a post of copying, pasting, closing Instagram, and clicking on that link. So I think it's a great place to get those impressions we were talking about earlier, where, you know, they're seeing your book cover, they're seeing your title, they're seeing your thing. I haven't seen any sales come from it, but I don't know how many people are seeing my stuff on Instagram and then buying it when they see it on Goodreads or somewhere else. So it's hard.
It's a good platform for, I don't know, maybe like or something. You can really like get your book cover out. And other sites like that are the best way to go. But that's what I plan on using my Instagram for, is like cats and dogs for me. So, yeah, to use it for like and stuff like that.
Awesome. We've been blessed with the presence of Mr. Richard White. Hello, everybody. Hello, Mr.
Well, hello, everybody. How is everyone? Sorry, I'm a little late. I was a little busy.
Yeah, you were fighting a fire.
Yes, I was. Got toned out for a major structure fire. We're actually only supposed to be standby at our own station. It turned into, in about 10 minutes, turned into be standby at their station, and in about 15 minutes from there, went straight to the scene. And well, me and my chief went in and literally put the fire out because they couldn't do it, I guess.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Tell everybody who you are, Richard, what you do.
Hello.
Oh, well, I'm Richard White, author, blogger, and YouTuber. I'm like a YouTuber connoisseur, I guess, because I'm brand new at it. Learning a lot of stuff, learning very rapidly, very quickly, that things don't always go as planned, that's for sure. But we're definitely learning with the curveball. But yeah, I've actually you guys were talking about impressions a minute ago. I wanted to kind of touch base on that for a second. Impressions wise, I've actually picked up in the last 48 hours, well, 72 hours now, have picked up my notifications and my whole entire realm across the board on Twitter by about 200,000 impressions. Because I joined, and I don't know what you guys think of it. You guys can definitely throw your sense in there and say yay, nay, good idea, bad idea. But I joined a website called, I think it's writerstweet.com. And it's basically a whole bunch of authors that are retweeting my stuff.
Is that Indie Authors Retweet Group, or is that a different one?
I think it's mostly all indie authors. I mean, there's nobody that I've seen on there that actually had.
Right. Do you use the hashtag IRIAEG? Is that your hashtag, or do you have a different one?
I use hashtag indie author and a handful of other. I use it depends on the tweet for me, because
Okay.
I go based upon demographics. I go based upon what's trending, and I also go based upon what I'm tweeting. Like if I'm sharing my poetry book, then I'm going to go for hashtags that have something to do with poetry. I also use the top 100. I go into a couple of different hashtag builders that tell me what the top 100 tweets hashtags are on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and a couple other ones. And I utilize those things. And I also have gone to some other places that give me hashtags that are specific to indie authors and specific to the day. So like on Thursday, you want to use hashtag Indie Thursday. And if you go check those out through Google and a couple of the hashtag websites, it will actually tell you how many impressions that hashtag gets per day on that physical day. So hashtag Indie Thursday, on a Thursday during the day on Thursday, sees about 4 million or more impressions per day on just Thursday. And then Friday reads, different ones for each day.
I don't know if people know this, but Twitter has analytics on its site as well, and it can break things down pretty well. There's other sites too. There's Crowdfire that helps you with keeping track of who's dropping you and who's picking you up. And but I'm a big analytics guy. I love Google Analytics. It's one of my favorite things on this planet to obsess about. And I'll rip through that on my website, and I've got it, you got it connected to your YouTube channel. I don't know if people know that, but that's all Google Analytics that's running through there. They don't break it down as great as signing up for your website does, but you can get some great information and some key information from that. And Twitter has, I don't know who runs their analytics, but it's very similar to Google. So, but they show you impressions, how much how effective your impressions are, who's clicked on your links, who's clicked on your pictures. All that stuff is shared right there in Twitter. It's right underneath your profile. If you see the little graph under your profile, that's where the analytics are. You can click on that, and you can get all the numbers that'll drive your mind crazy.
I have never looked at that.
There's another
It's a
thing.
scary, scary place. You can get lost for days there.
Oh God.
You can also, on your profile, if you physically on PC version, PC, so far I have not been able to find it on an app anywheres, but if you're on the PC,
Yeah.
you go up in the corner there to click on your picture to like go to settings and stuff, and you physically go to your profile. On the right hand side in a sidebar, you have a thing called your tweet activity, and you can view your top tweets. And you can actually now that just brings you to the tweets, but you can click on home, audiences, events. It can give you your statistics on videos, statistics on any app stuff that you've done, and statistics on conversion tracking. Right now,
They only give you conversion tracking if you run ads.
right. But I'm just saying that's the everything that's there. In the last 4 days, I've hit 279.2 thousand people in 4 days since I've.
Wow.
Wow.
On top of that, I'm getting retweeted like crazy. My top tweet, which is one of my books that I put up, it was actually "May the 4th be with you." I use them. I use that kind of stuff, and I find ways to make it fun. So, like for this one, I put the book Poetry just 99 cents, and I put "May the 4th be with you." Use the force to get your copy today. The empire depends on it. That is my #1 tweet right now at 15,000 impressions, 831 engagements. I have profile clicks. I've got 255. And for link clicks, I have 502 link clicks. So they actually clicked on the link, go to Smashwords 502 times.
Now from there, how many actually purchased?
I've got probably about 20.
That's not bad.
So yeah, obviously,
Oh, did Smashwords give you your update that fast? That's awesome.
But the thing about that is, if I've only sold 20 books in that 5 days. That's more than what I've done since I started doing this, because I've gone for 5 weeks where I haven't sold a thing. So it's just because right now I'm catching the buzz. And I've also found using the time slots and using post schedules, for the simple fact that I may not always be there when a tweet should go out. And it is crucial to what time of day your tweets are sent out, because there are specific times of day when people are actually on Twitter engaging with it.
Yeah.
That's just statistic.
But it matters who you're talking to too, apparently. I'm noticing that all of my top tweets were me talking to a guy that I'm friends with that works for Cracked. Like every single, 6 tweets in a row that were my top tweets are because of him.
Right.
It's good to have good friends, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why they tell you to make, tweet bigger named authors, like Neil Gaiman or somebody in your genre.
I wasn't even thinking
so it
about
gets you more
that.
recognition.
How many of you,
I was just talking to people I like.
how about on co-promote when they suggest, hey, tweet these 3 people and tell them to get you on co-promote? Have any of you used that before?
The co-promote?
No.
You mean where you share it and they sign up? I did it once on Facebook, and I won't do it again.
once you post a boost, it goes to the next screen, which is it usually has 3 people who have like 100,000 followers or 1,000,000 followers or something, where it's just 3 random people that you tweeted something you put the tag in there, and that tag led to that person. They might be like somebody who's part of co-promote, but they're verified Twitter accounts, and it tells you tweet these 3 people, or tell these 3 people to boost your post, or retweet your post, or repost your post, and get more following through co-promote. And that's the first screen you see before you go to your screen where you have all the boosts and everything. I've never done it.
I've never seen that screen.
No, I haven't done that either.
I've never seen that one. No, I have seen the one where after you boost, it says invite your followers to share as well. I did that on Facebook once, and I didn't realize that it would send it in a direct message to everyone.
I remember
that. I felt so horrible. I will never do that again. No. But I did rack up like 1,000 points because a bunch of y'all joined. So thank you, y'all. I hope you had some success with it before it went down, and hopefully it'll be back up. But
for everyone who's at the bar and hanging out,
Where's Shane tonight?
Graciously, he's coming in. We've been graciously joined by Miss Tiffany Woodbeck. Hello, Tiffany.
There she is.
Hey guys,
Tiffany.
what's up?
Tell everybody who you are, Tiffany, so we get an idea, so that everybody who's following along can know who you are.
I'm an author of young adult fantasy. I published my first book under the name Stephanie Risen. It's called Luck of the Grave, which is the first book in the Gravebound Souls series. I'm currently working on the prequel to it, as well as the later books. And I'm going to be rebranding the book under my own name, Tiffany Woodbeck. So that's basically all I'm doing right now.
Nice. So we went into the writer block and pulled out a question about, and the question was about social media. What's been your most effective sales tool? So how about you, Tiffany? What have you found that's been successful for you?
Sales-wise, the only thing I've really used, the only thing I used as Stephanie Risen was Facebook, because I hadn't expanded as far out as I had liked before I decided to change my name back to my real one. But now I'm on Twitter, so that's been getting me a lot more attention. So overall, even though I've used Facebook a lot more than anything else, I think Twitter has really gained me more attention faster than Facebook ever did.
Nice. And you want to share what you just wrote, Anais, on the chat?
Yeah, I'm just looking, and I see that my top mention, which earned 144 engagements, is actually from Richard retweeting about my book. So thank you, Richard. I didn't even know until just now because I didn't know how to do that.
I was actually going to, that's what I was actually typing in chat. I had,
my God.
But physical retweets and physical likes on my wall, I have 30 for 30. But the speech is just absurd.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, the impressions is ridiculous on there. And I went, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, that book, let me check. I'm going to tell you what the where it's charting right now, the waitlist one. Just so we get an idea of what's happening. What has he done? It is.
Hey, all I did was retweet.
Hey, but you did something because it's the highest mention. I think yesterday it was in the 20s in the chart, and now it's number 14 in the YA poetry chart.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Hurrah.
Yay!
So I've got the block. Everybody ready for another one?
Yes.
Sure.
I keep drinking.
Got a little compartment for Richard and Tiffany. These are not pillows of cocaine. Those are actual little questions.
Oh wow, looks like back to here.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Oh yes, this is the one I was hoping we'd get to. This is Karen Mossman's question, and she asked, "I finished my writing, done my editing, so what's next? What's next, everybody?"
Have a drink and celebrate before you start the madness.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, that sounds like a good idea.
there's actually something to that. For me, I've always mentioned, I mentioned this in JB's interview, that something that works for me very well is to walk away from it. You know, if you've been entrenched with it for so long, fresh eyes is always a good approach, in my opinion, my personal opinion. And at least it works for me. And I'll walk away from it for a time period and let it sit and let it, kind of like a good piece of meat, right? Like, sorry, Annie, don't.
It's okay. It still makes me laugh.
Or even a good tomato when you cook it.
Yeah, good tomato. Yeah, put it on the grill.
When you take it off the heat, because of what it does to the inside, take it off the heat, but you never cut into it. You never let it. You have to let it rest, and that is where all the flavor is. That's where all the juice is. So, if you cut into it, you release all that, and it doesn't ever taste the same or feel flavorful in any way. And I think the same is true for your writing. If you take it, and once you've grilled it, you've cooked it, now put it off to the side and let it rest. And when you let it rest, all the flavor will be there because it'll be fresh to you. And you'll go into it and you'll say, "Oh, wow, did I really write this? Is this something that happened?" That happens to me a lot, and that's just my approach to it. But I think there's something to be said for that.
I think there is, because when you're right in there, you don't see things.
Yeah.
Go ahead, baby.
You don't hit publish, though. Whatever you do not hit publish.
Never. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of authors that they're like, "Oh, I finished my book," and they just throw it out there up on Amazon, and I'm just like,
yeah, it's far from done.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that position with.
That was me when I first started.
That's kind of where I'm at with.
That was me when I first started.
The prequel that I'm
That was
writing.
me when I first started. Yeah.
Go ahead, Jamie.
Yeah, what said it, but the first draft, that was me when I first started like 4 years ago. And it was terrible. But going back to what Joe said, I learned was stepping away, because not only is your mind resting, but your subconscious is out. It's tinkering at the problems, solutions that you haven't really found yet. You know, hey, wait, maybe go work on another short story. That's what I do, and then I come back to it in a whole new light, and it's absolutely refreshing. That's the best way to. That's why I don't come out with stories like every other week now. They are not a finished book. That was a hard lesson to learn. So definitely step away. That's the thing to do.
Tiffany, you were going to say something?
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at with the prequel I'm writing for the Gravebound Soul series. I just finished the rough draft for the prequel. It's called Undaya. And I tried to start editing right away, and I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see anything that needed editing. I couldn't see the problems, so I stepped away for a few days. And I kind of came back to it, and I found quite a few areas where I'm sitting there going, "Oh, yeah, that would not be good to put out there right now." But either way, I like to have at least 5 different people of varying talents look at the book to get different perspectives. I like to have just readers look at it. I like to have editors and just writers that don't edit other people's books. So that is a huge, huge thing that I think that needs to be done with any book that goes out there, is to have a lot of different perspectives on the issues that could be in the book.
I do agree with you. Before you publish, you should have beta readers. I don't
Yeah.
usually do it this soon, but I'm also kind of a perfectionist freak, and I don't want people to read it until I think it's ready to be published. So they don't get my first draft; they get it later.
Yeah, I usually give out the second draft after I've gone through a couple times.
I usually don't give it until it's pretty
always
much
good to
ready
have
to be
people look at it.
published. I don't want anybody to see it until I feel really confident and I've done it, because I don't want the rejection. But I welcome when they tell me if there's a problem, because I'll change it. But once I'm at that point, after I've done all the hard work myself, then I feel a lot more comfortable with my book and I feel okay with it. So
Yeah,
it doesn't hurt
that's one of the
me in a way.
things. That's one of the things that I really like about having multiple readers, is a lot of the time having so many people look at it, you will have intersecting issues from these people that line up.
Yeah.
And if at least 2 or 3 of them have said something about it, you know there's something to look into.
Anybody else have a tip to where to go? So we kind of let it marinate. We kind of had some readers look at it.
Yeah, join a writers group.
Yeah.
That was huge for me, to join a writers group and meet other people who aren't just your friends and your parents and your friends and family, who are going to say, "Oh wow, you wrote a thing! I'm so impressed."
Congratulations.
Yeah, you go to people who will skewer you with kindness and love,
Exactly.
because that is what you need.
That was,
Anais, I want your family.
that was a big key for
I just
for
want to
me.
say.
Was that?
Said I want your family, because my family, they're like, oh, he published another one.
Oh no, my
Or-
family isn't. No, they're not. No, I'm just saying that.
Well, they're not that super supportive. I was gonna say I'm.
I mean, they are,
jealous.
but it
Oh,
took a couple
gosh.
books. It took a couple books. My mother-in-law is my most supportive family member that I have.
That's
She
awesome.
formatted my ebooks for me. She is a miracle worker. I love her, and I couldn't ask for better. So, yeah, as far as family, I've lucked out with my mother-in-law. Absolutely.
One of my favorite Facebook posts of recent memories have been when Andy posts about how his beta readers have just ripped him to shreds. To me, and he's so excited about it. Like, you could feel like his excitement, and like he's got a big smile on his face when he writes that post. I know he does. And it's hilarious to me.
Absolutely.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
It's so helpful when they do that. When you find somebody who will be honest with you, then you need to cry out whatever it is before you go to them, and then thank them and hug them and keep them forever.
I love getting back constructive
Yeah, that's
criticism.
the best thing for a writer is honest.
I agree.
I definitely don't mind being ripped to shreds as long as it's puts me in a right direction. If it's like in a review story, if it's just to be an ass, it is. But if there's a point to it, if it's effort to try and help me ripped to shreds, that's what I always tell my beta readers. I'm like, don't be nice to me. Make me cry.
Well, JD on the chat has asked, what about the cover and formatting? So is that where you guys go to next? I'm kind of curious how you know when it's done. That would be my follow-up. Let me know when you're done.
For me, I format from the go. There's a thing in Words where you go to settings and you can choose how you want to. So I just format it from the very start, and I do. Because my OCD, I can't have it. If it's all over the place, my OCD will just drive. I have to.
Yeah, I have a standard setup for when I'm writing, and then I do the formatting after it's done. But as far as for when I know it's done, it never feels done. If I ever was fully satisfied, I think it would be a million years from now. So
I know it's done when I get the first review.
I know it's done when I've read it after I'd set it aside for that period, and then I go back and I read it, and it affects me in the way that it should as a reader. And I stop dreaming about it, because usually if I'm writing something, then I dream about it, and I dream about the world, or I dream about whatever I'm writing, and then when those dreams stop, I know that's it. It's over.
Nice.
A year on my newest book called Discovery, and I have a 3-star review on it since January, and it still doesn't feel done because I'm sure there's something wrong with it. So for me, I mean, that's really every story. I've had a story that's been out for a couple of years, and they still don't feel done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how y'all do it, but I just want to pull them back in and work them over 20 more times.
Yeah, there gets to be a point where I have to say, okay, I can't keep editing this, or I'm going to make it into a skeleton no one wants to read.
Yeah. Well, I think that now for my next book, I would give it to somebody else that I trust, a couple people. And then after I feel like it's done, if they give it back to me and they say, oh, I like that, then I'll feel like it's done. If they said, oh, oh, on it is, then it's not done.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, it hasn't happened yet. That hasn't happened yet. But
well, that's good.
My writing career is young.
That actually happened to me.
If they start...
Oh, I had...
If they start the feedback... Oh, yeah.
I had given the first draft of my main work in progress to an old boss of mine. It's the first novel that I was writing. I really didn't have a firm grasp on my style or anything at that point. And my sister came back to me, because she still works there, and she said he looked at it, and he was reading it and said, I really just want to take a red pen to this. I'm like, no.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was a great experience.
But you said that was your first draft, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It was
okay.
after I went through the first edit.
Yeah, so it's okay. If it's the first draft, it's fine. Of course, they want a red pen. That makes it's fine.
Yeah.
We have been graciously joined. Yet another combatant has joined the ring, and he luck up all the women and children, because Mr. Shane Wilson is here. Everybody, say hello, Mr. Wilson. Tell everybody who you are.
Hey, everybody! You can keep your children on locks. They're safe. But I'm Shane Wilson, and I'm just here for the party. What's up? Let's do this.
Hello.
Cool.
So what are we talking about? Like when we're finished with our books?
Yeah.
Yeah. When do you feel finished?
Answer? Can we do that?
That's the answer I gave.
I mean,
That's a good answer.
The academic answer is that no piece of art is ever finished. It's just abandoned, right? Did anybody cover that? you just sort of get to a place where you can't do it anymore. So the academic in me had a real hard time with this because I lived for 6 years in a world where nothing was ever perfect and nothing was ever finished. You just eventually had to turn it in. But if you ever let somebody else read it, something to critique, and it was that, like, that is a very academic mindset, right? And I worried about the people that I went to school with and my professors reading my book, even when it was published, like afraid that they would still be in that critical sort of mode, like looking for things to improve on and things like that. I didn't find that that was the case for the most part. There's something in our brains, and by our brains, I mean like the brains of people that teach English for a living. Things like I still find mistakes in my book when I read it. Even now, like when I do readings and stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, look at that thing that idiot past Shane missed. An idiot past Shane's editor missed, and the other editor missed, and the other editor missed. So you just kind of have to let it go because nothing is ever finished. It's only abandoned. You guys have really brought up some real. Like it's some real shit coming up right now. Like,
Abandoned. I feel so bad now.
Shane has some issues there. But you know that's one of the nice things about indie publishing is that at least for the ebook version, when you find those errors, you can go back and fix them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and even my publisher was good about changing some things that like really like ruffled my feathers up whenever I found them. I mean, like, and I'm sure that you guys all touched on the number of rounds of revisions and edits that you all went through in your books. And I know for me, so I'm an English teacher, so I revised it once before I started pitching it. And then I had another like friend of mine who's a professional editor edit it. And then the publisher had an editor that edited it. And then I edited it again at the end. So that's 4 rounds. And there's still things wrong with it. And that's just the nature of the beast, you know. When I did my master's thesis, I said, when I finally got like the bound copy of it, I said, I'm going to read this until I find a typo in it. And I got 6 pages in. And I spent a year of my life writing that thing. So,
yeah, I'm on the 7th draft of my first novel. So,
yeah,
it's almost there. But every time I say it's almost there, I always have people tell me this still needs work, and I go, aw.
Or, you know what? You'll never find all of the mistakes until you publish it.
Yeah. Yeah, I go back and read Luck of the Grave, and I'm sitting there like, I published it like this.
But that's a good thing. You know, all your earlier stuff, it's fine that it's that way because it's building on what you're going to do in the future. So don't get hung up on anything there. It's fine. Just leave it alone.
And it'll never be as bad as it'll never be as bad as Stephanie Myers or James. So.
Here you go, and look at them.
Or
That's hilarious.
Let's not worry so much.
Well, you know.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say Heidi can attest to this. You know, my book is full of things that would make grammar folks just want to curl their hair up and throw shit at me.
But a lot of it felt very character driven, and I didn't hold it against you. But there were some. And you had an editor too, right?
Yeah, I had it professionally edited twice, believe it or not. But yeah, I've had friends text me and tell me, you know, they'll give me the laundry list of everything, and I'm really appreciative of that. But like Shane said, this is a labor of love for me that's been 15 years in the making. And I was probably on draft 11 at that point. And at that point, if you don't grab the life jacket and just put it out there, put yourself in the boat, you're gonna drown. So that's how I felt. I just felt like it was time to get it out there, and enough.
And you know what? For what it's worth, I just mentioned Veronica Rossi. I don't know if any of you guys know who she is. She's kind of big in urban fantasy, young adult. She just published a book called The Writers last year. And my son was like super excited. He's like, Mom, you have to read this, you have to read this, you have to read this. So I finally sat down and read it. errors. She's traditionally published. She's a New York Times bestselling author. But, you know, there's a certain point where if the story's good, people won't care as much because they'll get caught up in the story.
Yeah.
Unless you're me and I'm crazy, so that's my fault.
Well, you still liked my story, but
I had a similar thing.
Dude, I love your story, and I will read the next one in a heartbeat. When it goes up for pre-order, I'm on it.
Awesome. Well,
That's
I'm sorry, JB, say that again.
I agree with Paul. I am pre-ordering the next one because your book was fantastic. I enjoyed it.
All right.
Heidi, who writes the writer that you were talking about?
Oh, Veronica Rossi. It's called The Writers. It's the first in, I believe it's supposed to be a duology. It's about the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Huh.
So,
All right.
yeah. It's a really good read. I enjoyed it. Well, read my review on it Wednesday. Let's get to Cards Against the Humanity, because that's what I'm here for.
All right. So we're going to play a little game, everybody out there, since we've got probably the highest viewership we've had all night, and we have a full staff here. So I thought we'd do a little Cards Against Humanity. I know it's kind of hard that we're not all holding cards, and I know this is not traditionally how this game is played. But Cards Against Humanity did give me an outline for how to do it online. And so I appreciate the folks there who did that. And it was actually them that emailed me and told me how to do it. So we're going to try it this way and figure it out. And I geared it toward what we're doing. So this is kind of a writer's, author's Cards Against Humanity. Now, there is some pop culture in here. So I apologize, Anais, if you're a little lost or
If I am, I'll just drink more wine.
Yeah, but it should be fun. I think everybody,
Wine is the
It'll be
answer.
fine.
it will be
Yeah, it'll be fine.
So
Give me just a minute, though. I'll be right back.
okay.
Okay, that's your pupper.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Sorry.
So I don't know. Maybe we should read it. It sounds like she can hear me, but basically what it is I've written down all these questions from Cards Against Humanity. They are, some of them I've obviously taken liberties on and created myself, and some of them are actually from the game themselves. And basically, how Cards Against Humanity works is that one person has a black card, and it has a statement or a question on it. And I ask everybody else who has white cards to fill in the blank or answer the question or fulfill the statement the best way that they think it can be. It can be funny, it can be analytical, it can be the best answer. Whatever you want to do, however you want to approach it is up to you. But you all, since you're writers, I figured we could do this. And some of you have been in improv and stuff like that before. So some of you have acted and things like that. So basically, I'm going to hold all the black cards. I'm going to be the guy that tells you the question and the statement. And you guys are all going to make up your own white cards for the statement involved there. So if I was to say, who won the Super Bowl, and you say, Mickey Mouse, that's your answer. And then what's going to happen is, hopefully we get enough people to vote on the chat, but if not, I will be the deciding vote, and we'll vote, and the first person to get 3 correct wins the game, or gets 3 picked wins the game. It shouldn't be correct because they're all correct. There's no bad answers here. Is basically what I'm saying. So, try to be funny, try to be engaging, however you want to do it. It's up to you. So we'll start with the first question, which is, what's the secret to winning the Hunger Games?
The Hunger Games?
What's the secret to winning the Hunger Games?
Okay.
Anybody want to throw out their white card right away?
Looking good.
Sponsorship,
Well,
There you
which
go.
is looking good. So,
say that again, Anais. I didn't hear you.
sponsorship.
Okay. So we have looking good from Heidi, sponsorship from Anais. Who's next?
Your legs.
Waxing your legs. Waxing your legs from Mr. JB Taylor. Who's next?
Getting the
Everybody
hunky
has
guy.
an answer. Sorry, Anna. Sorry, Ani.
Getting the hunky guy.
Getting the hunky guy. All right.
Making connections.
Making
Connections are a huge part of it.
All right. Come on, Mr. Wilson.
Not just from the sponsors, but
I mean, like, if I was going to try to win the Hunger Games, I would hope that I could find a gift card to the Golden Corral.
Gift card to the Golden Corral. All right, Mr. Richard White.
I'm going to go with the best weapon.
All right. So, best weapon. All right. So we have, just to get this correct, we have best weapon from Richard. We have gift card to the Golden Corral from Shane. We have, gosh, I forgot all the other ones.
Best legs from somebody.
Last legs from JP. Thank you. Tiffany, what did you say?
make connections.
Making connections from Tiffany. Heidi, what did you say?
And good.
Looking good. Ani, what did you say?
Sponsorship.
Sponsorship. And Ani, what did you say?
Getting the hunky guy.
Getting the hunky guy. All right. So everybody who's out there, if you guys want to label your vote for me, anybody who's in the chat who wants to vote, go for it. And my vote is actually for Heidi. I think that was the best answer, in my opinion. I know anybody.
Y'all know Jennifer Lawrence looked good. That's why she won.
Looking good sounds good to me. I think I don't know if that. I think that goes along with. It goes along. That kind of cancels a lot of the answers out for me. That cancels Audie's answer out, which is get the hunky guy. If you're looking good, you're gonna get the hunky guy. All right, and if you're looking good, you're gonna make the connections. So I think.
Well, you can look, Joe. You can look good and still be like an asshole and not make a lot of connections. So let's not get carried away.
That is super true.
Yeah.
That is super true. I
The
know
dude
people
with
who
the
are,
trident. You're right.
who are not as good looking, who made plenty of connections because they had an awesome personality.
all right,
Yes.
so-
Also, the world is full of people who look good who lose sponsorships because they're assholes.
Yeah, that's true.
They can still be
Why?
president.
Because they just
but-
think that they're going to win. They just think they are. So then they lose.
I don't know. I saw some people who are assholes in sponsorships.
Oh yeah, people can still
And
be.
you know, I
mean,
just like
yeah.
to point out we're allowed to argue. So saying you can have the best weapon, but if you don't know how to use it, it doesn't do any good.
Yeah, after I said making
Yeah, but anything can be a weapon if you hold it right. Like a rock or anything. You can, as long as you jam it in somebody's throat, you're good. I'm sorry, but pretty much anything. Pretty much anything.
And if you're
Yeah.
strong enough,
You
you
don't
can throw
need
the
the
hunky
best
guy.
weapon. You just need to have the best ability to be ruthless, basically.
Yeah, I wanted to switch my answer to strategy, but I couldn't do that. So
Just skill.
Well,
Yeah, I should have said ruthlessness because really, I'm talking about going for the neck all the time.
all right. Well, as often happens in Cards Against Humanity, we tend to agree. I am not the lone voice in this. So, Shane, you got a point from the
Hey-o.
Toronto. So you have 1 point. Who said best weapon?
I did. Richie.
You have a point.
Oh,
And Heidi also received a point for
I
her answer from me. So
I hope
Heidi,
so.
I'm making track. Let me
Yes,
score
that's-
here.
it should be.
So Heidi has one. Richard has one. And Shane has one. All right.
I lose?
Let's
Hey,
see
Lou.
now.
Look, no, you just lose this round. This is not the Hunger Games. You're not dead yet.
I feel like I'm dead already.
gotta go for that neck.
I know.
Yes.
Hey, I will. I will.
Three to the
Need
victory.
be.
So 3. You have to get 3. So you're not done until the third one goes down. So.
What's this beeping? Is that time to go to the front of the neck now?
No, it's beeping because
it's
you're
my
out.
pizza.
You're out.
No, it's my pizza.
Okay. I got scared.
Hey, Ani, we have a rule. If you order pizza, we have
Hey.
to see the pizza tracker. So next time,
She-
make sure you.
I didn't order pizza.
Then you have to color it on a poster board.
Awesome.
I bought a bake and bake pizza from the deli, guys.
All right. So, Heidi, you probably didn't hear that because you jumped out real quick.
Sorry, I got booted. Yeah, I'm back though.
Got a point. So I gave you a point. Richard got a point, and Shane got a point. So let's move on to the second question. And Anais, you're still in it. Please feel free.
I'm still in it. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh God.
Nobody's out. Nobody's out. Okay.
Nobody's out.
You have to get
Am I out if I go to the bathroom? Because I really have to go. I've been drinking a
I mean,
lot.
you
I
might
drink
miss a
tea,
question.
and then I'm drinking this. I have to go.
Go.
Okay, but I'll miss the question.
Okay.
Tell me the question first.
Okay. So the next question is: the official cause of Jar Jar Binks' untimely death was ruled as a blank.
Oh.
Who's?
Mercy.
Murder.
A mercy killing. All right. Mercy killing. I'm out.
Who's death?
I hate
Suicide.
crime. I hate crime.
If you don't know Jar Jar Binks, since he was the annoying creature character in the first Star Wars or the second Star Wars trilogy. I should say.
Does this have to be actually correct?
No.
I got a point for Golden Corral.
Yes.
Sure,
I'll just say
he
accident.
killed,
I'm sorry. You guys talked all at once.
I'll
so-
just say accident then.
Okay.
I'm gonna say suicide.
All right.
Just because I
that
didn't,
was my answer.
JB?
I didn't catch the whole question, so I ain't quite sure who we're talking about.
JB, did you say one?
I actually said suicide.
You
If
want to change it?
Richard heard me say that.
If you want to change it,
Um,
I'm okay with it.
Okay. He jumped off a cliff. That's technically suicide.
That's
Or
fine.
was he pushed? Dun dun dun.
Yeah, there you go.
One for Beck.
Shane Wilson, you want to repeat your answer so that everybody hears it?
I said hate crime.
Heidi?
The victim of a hate crime. Probably from all of those people
I said
that versus George Lucas.
murder.
Murder.
And it's not. It's
Can I-
murder.
I love
Eli
The
Wookie.
Office.
Yeah, it's not murder. It's murder. Right? That's
It's
I would say-
murder.
I would say tripping over his own
I want
ears.
to change mine to.
oh, nice one on. Nice one. Tripping over the ears. Okay.
I want to change mine to he was eaten by Chewbacca.
Eaten by Chewbacca. Okay. Okay. Let me make a rule right now for everybody out there. One rule. I'm gonna make a rule. You can only change one time. One time in the entire game. Not just one time in a rule. So this is. Are you gonna use your one time JB to change then?
Well, I was only changing it because Richard picked the same thing. So
I will allow that.
um,
I will allow that. Since you didn't know, since I just made the rule, I will allow that. You still have one.
Right. Also, JB's answer got swallowed up by a bad connection earlier.
Okay. Very well.
I will also allow it, even though I am not a rule maker.
All right. So
The Galactic Senate.
Okay. So I have everybody's answers, and I wrote them down this time, so I'm on top of it. Ani said mercy killing.
Mercy killing. Yes.
Tiffany said accident. Richard said suicide.
Dun dun dun.
Or was it murder? Like Heidi said. Heidi says it was murder. Shane says it was a hate crime. Mr. J.B. Taylor said he was eaten by Chewbacca. And Anais said tripping over his own ears. So everybody vote. Who's out there? Who wants to vote? And
Are we allowed to vote too? Because I vote mercy killing. That was a good one.
what?
Thank you.
Are we allowed to vote?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let everybody vote. Why not? But this way,
Also mine. That was fun.
okay. So whoever this is how this is going to work though. Whoever gets the majority is going to win. So I'm not going to give a point to everybody unless you're all tied. So if there's somebody who has more votes than anybody else, they're going to win the only point. So the only reason I gave 3 points away that first round was because they were tied at 1 apiece. So
Oh, this is frightening.
so okay, so who's voting what? I'll let everybody vote. Go ahead.
I vote mercy killing.
Mercy killing.
I'm voting mercy killing because I want Anais to feel like she's still in the game,
Yay!
which is like kind of a mercy killing.
It's like a mercy vote.
You also got a vote from JD Estrada. JD Estrada.
I did?
Yes.
Thank you, JD.
Really? DD,
Thank you.
Thank you. Help us, JD. You're our only hope.
I know.
DD gave one to JB Taylor for eating Chewbacca, which I am as well. I'm going to give that one to JB Taylor. So, Heidi, who are you voting for?
Mercy killing, definitely.
Oh my God, my heart is so warm.
JD wanted you to know, Anais, JD wanted you to know that it was not a mercy vote. He voted for you because yours was the best.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
Annie, who do you want to vote for?
Well, I might as well make it unanimous and do mercy killing.
oh my God, you guys.
Doesn't matter who else votes. Anais gets the point.
Yes.
Anais, who do you vote for?
I voted for the murder.
Oh, so not unanimous. Sorry, Anais. You missed out
Just
on the
for the
unanimous
record, I
vote.
was-
Oh God, see that's why I shouldn't drink.
You were so close. So close.
See,
Um,
I'm drink. It's because I'm drinking and I'm not so sharp. God
Everybody ready for the next
damn
question? So the next question.
before we can I say something before we move on, Joe?
Go ahead.
While we're on the subject of Jar Jar Binks, anyone who is into Star Wars, who has not read the theory of how Jar Jar Binks is a secret Sith Lord,
He's
Should-
no, he's
should
the Jedi
actually
Master.
go and read the thread on Reddit called Darth Jar Jar. Just Google Darth Jar Jar. It will blow your brain apart.
All right.
Is that a fan theory?
It's a fan theory, yeah. But he cites the sources. It's a very good literary analysis. I'm an English teacher.
So you know these things.
I read shitty literary analyses all the time. And this one cites the sources. It cites
Damn.
contextual evidence. It's on
I'm
point.
gonna remember
I think
this.
he's Darth Jar Jar. I'll post it in the thread.
Already googling it.
All right. Are we ready for the next question now?
Yeah.
All right. Now, this is something that Cards Against Humanity does quite often, which you have to give 2 answers. I know this is going to really kill everybody, but
Oh God.
this is a 2-answer question. All right.
Oh shit.
This is my first Cards Against Humanity experience. It's really stressful.
This is stressful. I'm on my second beer already. It's stressful.
All right. Dear Sir or Madam, we regret to inform you that the office of blank has denied your request for blank.
Wow.
The Office of Immigration has denied your request to enter the country legally. I know because this has happened to me.
Immigration.
I've experienced this firsthand.
All right.
So, yes, I've been an illegal alien
What's
to
the
the
second
U.S.
part?
Illegal aliens.
That's me. That's me.
All right.
Very dangerous.
So, all right,
What?
real quick again,
What?
first. Dear sir or madam, we regret to inform you that the office of blank has denied your request for blank.
It's got to be immigration, man. Immigration, they are jerks. They live for it. They
All right.
live for it. Okay.
Mine,
Just let everybody else answer.
mine is Medicaid and Viagra.
Nice.
That's a good one.
How about the
Mine
Office
is
of Literacy
All right.
for publication?
Nice, Tiffany. All right. Go ahead, JB.
Mine is the Office of Too Late and Too Sorry for internet for insurance coverage.
Too late, too sorry. Internet coverage. Nice.
Mine is pizza make.
Stooges.
Go ahead, Ani. I'm listening.
Mine is pizza makers and extra sardines. I'm smelling my pizza and I'm getting hungry here, guys.
Um,
Well, I don't want to miss the action.
I got some bad news for y'all. The FDA is creating a law stating you cannot have extra toppings on your pizza.
What?
I'm dead serious.
What are you talking about? You're monitoring my pizza?
Yeah, exactly.
Heidi and Sheen, I need answers from both of you, please.
Can you
Okay.
read the question again? Because I got booted.
Go. Let Shane answer first, and then I'll read the question.
Shane's answer is the Office of Taquito Disbursement has denied your request for tacos.
All right.
That beats my sardines any day.
All right, Heidi. So, dear sir or madam, we regret to inform you that the office of blank has denied your request for blank.
The Office of has declined your request to fly in because we feel like it.
And again, you broke up.
God, have you guys seen the new United Airways commercial?
Heidi, you broke up. I didn't hear what you said.
The Office of Delta Airlines declines your right to fly because we said so.
I feel like it. It's so wrong.
All right. So we have everybody out there. For Anais, we have, dear sir or madam, we regret to inform you that the Office of Immigration has denied your request for entering the country illegally. For Richard, we have, dear sir or madam, we regret to inform you that the Office of Medicaid has denied your request for Viagra. For Tiffany, we have, dear sir or madam, we regret to inform you that the Office of Literacy has denied your request for publication. For JB Taylor, we have, dear sir or madam, we regret to inform you that the Office of Too Late and Too Sorry has denied your request for insurance coverage. For Ani, we have the Office of Pizza Makers has denied your request for extra sardines. For Heidi, we regret to inform you that the Office of Delta Airlines has denied your request for a flight because we said so. And for Shane Wilson, we have the Office of Taquito Disbursement has denied your request for tacos. All right. So who's voting for what?
I'm going to vote for the Viagra and Medicaid. Medicaid is mean. They don't care about your quality of life.
I vote for that one too.
Yeah, they don't care what's going on with you, and yeah,
We're going for the hard win.
the hard
Well-
one. Yeah, JD.
Well, unless you're on Medicaid, and then you're going for the soft win. Am I right?
You're right. The soft one is for sure. The winner.
All right, Richard, who do you vote for?
Oh. I got to run with the literacy and publishing one because, well, it
Alright.
fits.
All right.
Only because I can't
Yay!
vote for myself.
Wait, did anybody say we can't vote for ourselves?
Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
That is not a rule established. We can-
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's also not a rule in Cards Against Humanity, so
Yeah. Shane, who do you voting for?
Well, I'm going to vote for myself because nobody else is going to. So,
Oh, I'm sorry.
party of one over here. We're doing this. It's fine.
Jamie,
Oh
who
my
do you
God.
vote for? Jamie, who are you voting for?
I actually thought the Viagra one was funny.
Tiffany?
Yeah, I was gonna vote for the Viagra one as well.
I mean, listen, dick jokes are easy. Just watch Two Broke Boys
Right?
if you want a bunch of dick jokes.
They are easy. That's true. But the thing is that it gets to be nighttime. You start to lose your
Hey,
cerebral smarty pants stuff.
I mean, I guess I did make a taco joke, so.
Well, let me.
See? Oh, man.
All right.
however, dick jokes are hard to pull off.
They are not.
They are harder.
They're
another
simple and easy.
Richard, they're harder to pull
Embarrassing.
out.
Yeah, embarrassingly simple and easy. Embarrassingly. Anyway,
So we're coming off the rails.
So,
bring us back.
okay, so Richard has two, everybody, just so you know. So you don't.
Damn
So
you,
basically,
Richard.
whatever you say, Richard, even if it's the funniest thing on the planet, you're not getting voted for.
Oh, what is
Richard, I would still vote for you if it was funny.
voting for Shane's because Dick shouldn't always win. That's why.
That's true.
Yeah, what kind of patriarchy is this that you're voting for?
All right, all
I
right.
don't know.
Relax, relax,
I can't help it.
relax. All right. Here we go.
It's medic.
I'm fired up, Joe. I'm fired up. Coming in hot.
Next question. All right. Misery loves company, but company loves
Wine.
life.
Wine.
All right.
Wait, what was the question again?
Yeah. But now?
Misery. Listen, everybody. Misery loves company. Blank. You said wine, Tiffany? What did you
Yeah.
say? Wine.
Yeah. Wine is on the brain.
I thought of this, but Bjork. I thought of that.
Company loves
Sure.
judgment. That's what company loves. Company loves judgment. Oh, there's nothing company loves more than judgment, especially within misery. So judgment.
I love how
Anais, this feels very personal.
Yes. See, the wine leads to the judgment. And yeah, here's where we are. But it's well thought out. It's well thought out.
Maybe I didn't get your full answer. I'm sorry.
I said judgment because misery
Bjork.
leads to judgment.
JB, I didn't get yours.
Bjork.
Bjork.
Yours?
And I don't know why. I don't know.
B Jork.
Yeah, Bjork.
All right.
Hey, it works.
Ani?
I think Ani went to get her pizza, so in her house, company loves. Oh, she said sex. Never mind.
What? She
Oh,
said, what did
company
she
She says
say?
company loves sex.
Oh my lord.
I guess we're going down that road then.
All right, there we are.
And now we know why we're.
Gonna take a hard left turn and go with
Goodness.
misery
I
loves.
think that we should start a new drinking game called "Let's Drink Every Time Richard Says Hard."
Hey, okay. Let's
gotta-
get an answer from you guys before we do that. Richard, what's your answer?
My answer is
I need more alcohol for that.
it's Misery Loves Company blank, right?
No, misery loves company, but company loves blank.
Hillary Clinton.
What? Misery loves Hillary Clinton.
No, company loves Hillary Clinton.
Oh, I was like, I'm so confused there.
I think emptiness loves Hillary Clinton, but or loneliness. How about you, Shane?
I'll say that company loves sabotage.
Ooh. That's my
Sabotage or sabotage?
Sabotage. And that can be the act of sabotage or the song Sabotage by the Beastie Boys.
Nice.
Hmm.
Telling y'all, it's
Good song.
sabotage. Can you see both of us jumping the hood of a car? That would be the worst. Like, we'd have to do like 60 takes to get that right.
Joe, I will fly to California this summer if we can do a shot-for-shot remake of the Sabotage video.
Yes, let's do it.
Go fund me now.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Is everybody going to donate to our GoFundMe?
Sorry. Guys.
Heidi, you're up.
In my house, company loves cookies because I make really good cookies.
You said cookies?
Or your cookies?
All right.
What's special about your cookies, Heidi?
Oh yeah. Love. In my house got cookies.
Is that what they're calling it now?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
All right. So, in Anais' case, misery loves company, but company loves judgment. For Tiffany,
Yeah, they do.
Tiffany loves company, or excuse me, for Tiffany, misery loves company, but company loves wine. For Jamie Taylor, misery loves company, but company loves Bjork. For Shane, misery loves company, but company loves sabotage.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's sabotage. For Heidi, misery loves company, but company loves cookies. Richard, misery loves company, but company loves Hillary Clinton. And for Ani, misery loves company, but company loves sex. So, what do we think, everybody? Anybody got any votes? Who's voting? Who wants to vote?
Sabotage.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta give it to sabotage. That was pretty funny.
See, it's about creating a narrative with your answer. Like, there's got to. Everyone's invested in Sabotage now because Joe and I are going to make a shot-for-shot remake of the music video.
Oh, thank you, Dee Zine and CL Cannon for voting cookies.
Yay, I got a wine vote. I'll vote for
Ani also
sabotage too.
voted for cookies.
Yes, Ani voted for cookies as well.
These are good.
All right. But the winner is, it's sabotage. Shame.
Of course.
All right. Everybody ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to like, JB,
Oh, thank you, Anais.
JB and Heidi, you're going to love this next one. At this new Doctor Who themed restaurant, you can get a free blank.
Dalek.
All right.
Adipose.
I want Dalek.
Why don't if everybody could type in the chat, in the private chat what they say, I can keep track of it. That'll help me keep track.
Adipose.
I was about to
Dalek's
say
really
that. Dang it.
Shane, you want to answer?
I'm typing it in. I'm saying that everyone can get a free a Dr. Whataburger.
All right. How about you, Heidi? Did you hear the question?
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Did you hear the question?
A free hot assistant. Yep, that's what I'm going with. Free hot assistant.
So the question was, at this new Doctor Who themed restaurant, you can get a free blank. Chick-fil-A doctor for Richard.
Or drive. I don't know if is that an address or.
I'll rephrase.
Heidi, if you want to type it, because I didn't hear anything you said.
Sorry, was the question, it's a new Doctor Who themed restaurant, what would you call it?
No, what can you get for free?
Oh, what can you get for free? Oh, a ride around the universe.
Nice.
That is a spectacular dish, but it's not very filling.
Oh, you're assuming it's a dish.
All right. So everybody out there, at this new themed Doctor Who restaurant, you can get for Tiffany Woodbeck Dalek. Dalek. Sorry.
Dalek.
From JD Taylor, you can get an adipose. I know I'm butchering these. Sorry, guys. And Ani Manjikian, you can get a companion. Shane Wilson, you can get a Dr. Whataburger. From Richard White, you can get a Chick-fil-A doctor. From Anais, you can get a hot assistant. From Heidi, you can get a ride around the universe. What does everybody think? Who's got what?
I vote for Ride Around the Universe. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
right around their universe is pretty good.
All right.
I'd love a
Yeah,
free
but
Dalek
what
as long as it
about-
didn't try to kill me. But
Well, if we're voting for what we'd like, I would like a free hot assistant. So
We got another
That gets my
vote
vote.
for adipose. You would like a free hot assistant, Shane?
yes, I would like one. Yes,
A free hot.
because
Is it
apparently,
free, though?
look, either it's a chick and she's hot, or it's a dude, in which case I got a hunky guy, which means I went to the Hunger Games. Bam.
Dang.
Oh, there you
Well, in the bowl.
I think Right Around the Universe is the winner, so Heidi now has 2. And we have Heidi with 2, Richard with 2, Shane with 2, and Anais with 1. So there you go.
I got a point.
Yeah. So JB and JB, Tiffany, and Ani, you have to step up your game if you want to get in this. So, and I got the right one for you. Here it is.
Going
Here's
to
the one
zero,
to
man.
do it. Is for superheroes.
New?
Rejected ideas for superheroes. Give me a
Rejected
rejected idea for a superhero. If you guys want to write it in the chat, that helps me out. Then I don't have to write it down.
That's good, because I don't want to say mine out loud.
But I'll say it. So it's coming from my mouth. All right. Everybody else?
The best part is the spelling, because it's supposed to be like whack somebody, but it has multiple meanings. Okay.
All right. So this is for the audience out there, so they're not watching us dead air this, I'll go ahead and start reading the ones that I've already got here. So we get the superhero idea from Heidi Angell. We have the Whack Man. Anais Manjikian says the one-eyed purple people eater. And from Mr. J.D. Taylor, Captain Irritable Bowel.
Oh.
I have no idea, so I'm just typing in whatever.
Getting all over.
There you go.
Tiffany's the bread maker. Anais is social justice.
You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and vote for Anais. Like that's a good one.
Yeah, I agree. That's pretty good.
That is a good one.
All right.
He's got my vote too.
All right. I'll poll the audience, but Richard, do you want to put in a vote? You want to put a superhero in here for us?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to come up with something creative and shit.
I mean, I'll do.
All right. All right.
I mean,
so while Richard's thinking and putting his in, I'll go through the rest of them. Heidi is Black Man. Ani is One-Eyed Purple People Eater. Mr. J.B. Taylor is Captain Irritable Bowel. Tiffany Woodbeck is the Bread Maker. Anais Chartschenko is Social Justice Warrior. Social Justice Warrior.
Yeah. It's a great theme song.
Shane Wilson.
It's like Captain Planet's second cousin.
Not Captain, but Crafted. Kind of throwing that one away so that he's stepping aside honorably for what we all believe is the best one, but we'll let the audience decide. Everybody out there want to vote? You guys getting this?
Wow. Captain America.
I mean, the Bread Maker is pretty good because the Bread Maker has a lot of villains, particularly like gluten type, like gluten-free type villains.
Dr. Gluten.
Yeah.
People or like stoves that are left on for too long.
From the chat. So Social Justice Warrior.
I'm getting love from the chat. Oh my god.
Oh, tons of love. Tons of love.
Oh my god, thank you so much, you guys. Oh, you
Justice
warm my
Warrior
heart
is a
so
really
much.
good one.
Okay. Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, the
Anais,
Bread
do you
Maker
draw
can
at
be
all?
taken so many different
Do I
ways,
what?
but I just kind of typed something in.
Do you draw?
Yes, I do.
Will you do a webcomic for Social Justice Warrior, the superhero?
I can try. Most of my drawing, I don't know if you've seen my drawings. You know how dark I write really, really dark stuff. Well, as dark as I write, all the
Your Social
drawings that I
Justice
draw,
Warrior.
I paint really, really, really cute stuff. It's like the opposite. It's really funny because I paint really sweet, sweet fairies, and I write really dark, horrific things. It's weird.
Your
But
Social
I can
Justice
try.
Warrior character could be a gnome that has the ability to travel into the internet
Oh my
to
god, I
fight-
love it.
to fight evil comments on news
To
articles.
fight the trolls. Oh, I love
Yes,
it.
the gnomes versus the trolls.
Oh, Shane,
There you go.
It's beautiful.
it's beautiful.
All right. Everybody ready for the next one?
Yes.
All right. Stay with me because it's rather long.
Okay, I'll try.
All right.
Drunk as I am.
In a recent article, George Lucas claims that the iconic "May the Force be with you" was originally supposed to be "May the blank be with you."
May the what?
In a recent article, George Lucas claims that the iconic phrase "May the Force be with you" was originally supposed to be "May the blank be with you."
Oh, okay. Blank.
J.B.
Oh.
Taylor said, "Warts be with you." Heidi Angel says, "Second lunch." So may the second lunch be with you.
Say froth.
Jane Wilson
Froth.
says,
May the
froth be with you.
Yes, it was supposed to be a movie about lattes.
Tiffany says, "May the Joker be with you." Nice. Anybody else? Ani, you guys want to put in? Ani says, "May the Brewers be with you."
Yes.
Is that the team or the people?
No,
who,
I mean the people who brew the beer. May the beer brewers be with you. Obviously,
Yeah, that's very important.
You'd way rather have the beer brewers than the stupid team. I mean, the
Yes,
team
no,
aren't
I'm
going to
with
do you any good.
Ani, Richard, you guys want to chime in? So we have, all right, so we have J.B. Taylor with "May the Warts be with you." Heidi Angel with "May the second lunch be with you." Shane Wilson with "May the froth be with you." Tiffany Woodbeck with "May the Joker be with you." Anais with "May the Brewers be with you." Anais Manjikian with May the Iron Mans be with you. My vote is for the Joker. I think that was the funniest one. That one got me right off the bat. What does everybody
Yay.
say?
Brewer's good.
I like the latte one. The froth. I like the froth.
Yeah, the froth. Everybody likes the froth. I mean, not everybody.
I mean, I do. I'm everybody, basically.
I actually like.
I mean, just imagine. Look,
Froth is getting all the love on the chat.
Uh-oh. He's kicking my butt.
I think Froth is the winner. If anybody doesn't have any more objections or anybody want to lobby for anything else?
I don't know if you heard me, but I said Brewers.
Brewers?
Oh.
Oh, thank you. I get really excited when anyone picks me. I'm like, oh.
I'll vote for Brewers just to see if we can keep things interesting.
Ooh. I vote for you.
I'll vote for my own Clouds.
Nice.
There's a Joker's vote in the audience, and I second the Joker.
Oof.
Oh, yay, thank you.
Or third it, I guess.
The Joker got a few. I'm gonna be continue, and I don't want Shane to win. I'm going to give the point to Tiffany. Tiffany, you are on
Yay.
the board with the-
Yay,
Oh,
thank
poor
you.
Shane.
I'll be right back, okay?
I just need everybody to remember how this went down. All right?
I'll remember. I'll always remember. Always.
I know, Eustace, me and you, let's start an alliance right now. Remember that I gave you the gnome comic.
You did. You
Dude,
gave me a
this
whole
is not
idea.
Hunger Games. That's not how this works, no alliances.
Yes. We're doing alliances now. That's the thing that's happening.
Oh,
Hey, Joe, what do we win?
I'm going to tweet out your books for a whole week or whatever you want me to tweet
oh
out.
my
that's right,
God.
that's
That's a
right, that's
really good
big.
win.
That's a big win.
Oh,
That's a big
crap.
win.
Oh my God. Now I'm like,
I mean, just imagine if you win. What a good week to start your gnome comic.
such a good week. And I have a free book right now.
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
No pressure. No pressure.
I need my stuffy right now.
All right. So, blank.
No.
So we got three for the next one. Everybody ready? So,
Yes.
President Trump recently signed the blank bill into law.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Which prohibits the use of in your pants.
Which
Oh,
prohibits
man.
what now? What's the second blank? Because I have a lot of blanks I could fill in.
So President Trump recently signed the blank bill. So you need to give me a name of a bill into law, which prohibits the use of blank.
Oh,
Whoa.
so he's trying to stop medical marijuana. So I'm going to go with medical marijuana and then smoke. I don't know. The thing is,
Smoke in your pants.
yeah,
Oh,
smoke in your pants, I guess. Well, I have medical marijuana and I don't smoke it. So that's why I was pausing there.
Oh, man, this is tough. Heidi's already entered in with a really awesome answer.
Yeah.
But that is true.
I am a much faster writer than I am speaker.
I think Heidi is awesome.
grab
That's pretty much it. So that he can grab them in there that.
Right. Yes.
All right.
So for the audience, it's panties law to stop women from wearing panties in their pants.
Yeah. Yeah, you won.
Yeah, like everything. Anything I was
thought-
about to write was just going to
Yeah,
piggyback on that.
done.
So.
It's
Yeah,
done.
Heidi.
It's done.
There's some good
Thank
ones.
you.
I mean, JB has a real thinker of an answer, and it's good.
What's JB's answer? Let me look.
That is a good one, JB.
What's JB? Where is
He
he?
says self-esteem bill to stop jokes against him in
Seriously,
his pants.
you know, that is a really scary thing. That's not just a joke. That is the first step for dictators. They take out the comedians, they take out the academics, they
Yeah.
take out the writers.
And the media.
That is,
If
and the
they go
media.
at, look,
That's terrifying.
This Colbert thing is getting me riled
That's
up.
terrifying. Yeah, that's absolutely terrifying. That's a real thing that should be seriously looked
So
at.
I mean, so Joe, like we're at a crossroads here.
Do we go with
hold on, real quick. I just want to share. CL Cannon has a good one too. She says the common sense bill prohibiting one of our people in chat. She said the common sense bill prohibiting the use of our brains.
Yeah,
That's a good one too.
Yep.
I wanted to go with the brain thing, but Heidi just like derailed.
Heidi's is good as well because that is definitely true. There's so many levels of truth with each of these answers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with JB's. I think that one is my favorite.
Yeah, because that's straight dictator stuff right there. So I might have to go with that too because it's because everything else falls
Yeah,
under
the
that.
FCC looking in the Colbert.
What was the question?
The FCC looking in the Colbert is just.
It's insane. It's disgusting.
The question was.
Sorry, I'll be right back. Sorry.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem. All right. So everybody's on the board because I'm giving JB the point for that one.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
That.
That's a scary answer. I'm sorry.
All right. We'll wait till there to be any protesting on this game. I'll wait till Mr. Shane Wilson comes back into the thread. All right.
I'm here. What's the word?
All right. So JB won the last one. I think that's pretty fair.
All right.
A good answer.
Yes, I agree.
Congratulations to you, JB.
Yes, congratulations, sir. I raise a toast.
Joe, I have a situation.
Okay.
I would like to request a short intermission in our game for the reason of me being empty.
That sounds so serious. It sounded so serious.
Dude, I am so down with that because I'm empty too.
Okay,
So we just need like
I'm
a
empty
halftime
as well.
show. And
I'm
I
empty as
vote.
well.
Okay, everybody go refill. Everybody. Go
I
refill.
vote that if Richard and JB don't need to go refill, I feel like we would all benefit from the intermission halftime show.
I mean, how come I'm empty?
I'm here too, guys, so don't forget about me.
Oh, you're not leaving either?
I'll never
Okay.
forget about you.
Or we could all watch Ani like eat her pizza, which would also be
No, I
awesome.
already ate my pizza. I'm done with that.
You're so fast. I'm impressed.
Anais,
All right, go refill, everybody. Go.
All right.
Everybody needs to refill. Do it now.
Well,
Go. We will hold down the fort.
I heard my name. What? Before I refill?
The refill, go do it now. Go, Anais, if you need a refill.
no, I was asking, I said, do you have your condenser mic? You could sing for us during intermission.
Oh, I can't because I have to refill.
Sorry about that.
And I don't have a condenser either. I have a new song that I posted on YouTube this week though.
Very nice, too. I liked it.
Thank you.
So everybody's refilling. So we're pausing the game for just a moment. So everybody stay with us. I hope everybody's having a good time with this. If you didn't catch the last victory was won by JB, and the answer was President Trump recently signed the self-esteem bill into law, which prohibits the use of jokes against him, prohibits the use of jokes against him in your pants. I just did that question for the In Your Pants thing. That's my ode to Miss Angela Chrysler out there. So, Angela, I hope you watch and enjoy that moment. And what's everybody think about my sign? Is that cool?
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Awesome.
Love it.
For the next person hosting, I can mail it to you if you want. We can just mail it back and forth to one another. Kid travel the country.
There you go. Everybody.
Well, since everyone's
you can go get it at Bed Bath & Beyond, which is where I got it for $20. So.
Since everyone's refilling, I'll be right back myself. Should be the last time I have to stand up for a while.
Wow, that was the quickest refill I've ever seen, Shane Wilson.
I have a very small place.
He made it like, right in front of us. I watched him shake and not shake. And P Design says, and we're going down the rabbit hole. No, I haven't taken the pill yet.
Yeah,
That's a hard pull.
CL, just so you know, I thought yours was the best, but I'll give you a point. I'll give you an honorary point. So CL, you get an honorary point. You're on the list. You made it. You get a point.
Woohoo! Go CL.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to volunteer myself as tribute to carry CL's point.
There you go. All right.
Listen to this guy.
Oh, that sounds like Anais is slamming doors.
Yes,
That was
DD.
a fridge door. Oh yeah.
Yes, DD. The blue pill. I cannot take the blue pill and go down the rabbit hole. It'd be too hard to get through the hole.
Oh, that's a drink.
Mr. Wilson. Since we're honoring people's YouTube channels here, I want to introduce everybody to Virtual Napkins, which is Mr. Shane Wilson's podcast, his little show. That he has on.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
It's tons of fun.
Oh, have you watched a little bit, Heidi?
Have you not seen my comments?
I don't know. I should go look at my YouTube more often. Listen, I'm in the middle of this end of the semester thing right now, and
I was just teasing you. You're fine. But yes, I have been watching.
Heidi, don't do that to me. Listen, because I'm so in the middle of the shit right now.
I totally know. That's why I'm teasing you.
Right. So I have not been over there. I was supposed to have 2 more episodes up before now, and I've just not done it.
I totally understand.
But
and
I do
this semester
appreciate it.
sucks so bad.
I teach 6 classes. I have 150 students turning in research papers in the next 5 days.
At the last
and it is just
minute.
yeah. So regardless, thank you very much for
college professor.
thank you for popping through and participating in the viewing.
Absolutely.
It's lots of fun.
I think it's a lot of fun. I mean, I have a lot of fun doing them, at least.
Well, one of the reasons I brought it up too was because of the little guy over your shoulder there.
Yeah, Antonio. Antonio Red Panderas is everybody's favorite. I might have to we could let Antonio play my next round of Cards Against Humanity.
Oh no.
If you'd like for Antonio to step in.
That's up to Antonio. I know Antonio has a mind of his own. I can't.
Let's see what's going on here. Hey, it's your good friend Antonio Red Panderas. What are we doing? I've got to put an earbud in his ear so that he can hear what's happening.
Do it.
Does your gnome have its own voice?
My gnome, no.
Oh, darn.
It's just imaginary in my head.
Okay.
I can try, but it won't be as good as Antonio.
Hey, I appreciate that.
My voice doesn't get that deep. That's the problem. They're dudes. Look
Well, I
at their
hit
beard.
puberty a long time ago, Anais. I hit puberty a long time ago.
That's good for you. I mean, look at these beards. I can't do it. I could try to talk it over, but it's really bad. It's not my strong suit.
Has everybody gotten their refill?
Yeah.
Are we
Mine's
ready
not
to
technically a refill.
Yeah,
And you kept talking about wine, so I had to go get some.
you did. Yes. See?
Antonio, what's going
play?
on?
I'm a perfect influence.
Oh!
Richard, what are you drinking?
Miller High Life, champagne of beers.
Oh my.
Awesome. I got Stella for everybody who's interested in the can.
There you go.
By the way. Wow.
Classic.
Somebody's got to play the hobo.
It was just easier to do it that way for tonight. So plus believe it or not,
Liquor in the house right now.
what's that, Jamie?
I'm jealous of you guys. I have no booze at all in the house. I just have Arizona tea with honey and ginseng.
I would share.
I feel your
Oh my
pain,
goodness.
JB. Don't feel bad. I'm just drinking water.
I'll come over and I use that. Looks like fun.
I'm a sharer.
Yeah, I'd do a shot of Bushmills for sure. That's awesome. All right, everybody ready back in the game?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, let's do
Ready to get another.
Let's do a writer's question.
I don't have stuffed animals, but I have.
Oh my god. We've officially gone.
Hey, Joe said the rabbit hole, and there's a rabbit. That seems like a pretty good joke to me.
Oh my goodness.
Because I'm a single red panda.
This is a velveteen rabbit.
Oh my goodness.
Your fur looks very soft. It looks very soft.
And very swollen.
You got the mange. That rabbit's got the mange.
Put it down like old Yeller.
That's terrible.
Oh my god. All right.
Make some socks out of it.
All right, everybody ready?
Yeah.
I killed that character in the first draft.
And they have no idea what the hell is going on.
Give that to the game, everybody.
Okay.
I killed that character in the first draft, only to blank them in the second draft.
Oh, jeez. I can't believe what just popped in my
This is
head.
after dark, right? So I can.
Yes.
I killed him only to fuck him.
That was my thought.
Oh, that was my thought too.
Ah, come on, work.
We're fucked up.
Lots
That
of
means
fans
I
of
win, right?
necrophilia. Lots of fans of necrophilia in the room tonight.
We all need some
There's
therapy.
a ton of necrophilia going on here. All
So
right.
much necrophilia, Joe.
All right. Nobody gets the point. I'm killing that question.
Aw.
Aw.
Well, you killed it this time.
That's
At
not
least you're gonna
fair.
have some.
I had a legitimate thing. I said I was using necromancy. That was a real thing. As real as necromancy can be.
Don't worry about it. If Joe just killed it, he's gonna have sex with it later.
I can had a legitimate, for God's sake.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Recently, Webster's Dictionary added the word mini to its latest edition. Ben Affleck properly named blank his mini-me.
Hmm?
His penis.
Matt Damon.
Oh, that's what I.
That's
He
the
named
better
Matt
answer.
Damon.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, Matt Damon's a good one. I like
Matt
that one.
Damon is so good. It's so good.
Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle.
Can I hear the question again? I think it was cutting out a little bit.
Recently, Webster's Dictionary added the word mini-me. And yes, this is true, everybody. They did actually add the word mini-me.
That's terrible.
In addition to which
Yeah.
Ben Affleck promptly named his blank.
His wife, which is just almost as appalling as naming Matt Damon his mini-me. But I'm gonna go with his wife.
I'll say his statue. Sure, why not?
Nice.
Who was the actor again?
What's that?
Ben Affleck.
Oh, okay, Matthew McConaughey.
I think Matt Damon's probably the winner. What does everybody else think?
So,
Probably so.
That's
Matt
1
Damon's
point
pretty
for
good.
Antonio.
Dang
All
it.
you're on the board.
Antonio's on the board.
All right. You guys ready to get vulgar? Like we haven't been, you know?
I was gonna say, where have you been?
This group is a hard group.
Oh.
Give me the best.
Shot.
The best rejected Deadpool one-liner. What's
The best and most effective Deadpool one-liner?
Well, give me the most. Give me give me a rejected Deadpool one-liner that they cut from the movie. Did I just stump everybody?
Hey Joe, I think I got one.
Go for it.
I think that they cut the line. It's your good friend Deadpool. Welcome to my movie called Deadpool. I think everybody's gonna like it.
JB Taylor said, "Eat it, fuck nuts."
That's a nugget,
right.
Joe.
You went
Nugget.
for it.
Oh, sorry, eat it, fuck nugget.
Fuck
Heidi
nugget.
says, "Wash my balls, ball washer person."
Oh my god.
That's pretty good.
That's vulgar.
No ball washer.
I would like to
Like a flushing
say
wood.
that for JB, nugget is a much funnier word than nut. I think nugget makes any insult funnier.
Nugget is funny.
Richard said, "You look like a trucker shit on your shoulders." You might have to explain that one.
Oh my gosh, I don't even. Whatever. Here, I'm done with this question.
Tiffany.
Wow. Tiffany.
I
Whoa.
love that movie.
Holy crap.
I think if Tiffany wins, I think Tiffany just won this question, but I think if she wins the whole game, she has to change her Twitter handle to that word for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
No.
I can so see somebody on Facebook posting
Oh man.
gutter twat.
I want to hear Joe say that one.
I already did.
I want to hear it one more. I'm sorry, Antonio was listening.
Everybody Tiffany said, the rejected Deadpool one-liner is "sit and spin, gutter twat."
Man, Gutter Twat would also be a really good death metal band name.
That would be.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's on the internet forever.
Yes.
All right, Ani said, "Make the tea again, right this time."
Right.
I mean, I vote for Tiffany.
I'm going for gutter twat.
Yeah, gutter twat for the win.
Can't compete.
Everybody agree with Tiffany? Tiffany's
Anais, I'm sorry. I know that we made an alliance, but Gutter
It's
Twat.
okay. I can't compete with that kind of language.
Oh my goodness.
Is there any of that in this book, Tiffany?
All right.
Oh no, there's not.
Wes waited for Pearl to speak. She was a gutter twat. It's right there. It's right there.
Oh my goodness.
Page 17, everybody. I don't know. Who knew?
Right there in Luck of the Grave. Oh my goodness.
That's all
Right. Look at the Grave, book 1 in the gutter
I had
twat.
no idea that she was that vulgar.
That is right there. Waffle.
Poor Tiffany, she was just sitting at the
There's a lot of people don't know.
And I thought we were friends.
Oh, Tiffany is working on the gutter twat series right now.
Luck of the
Sounds
Twat.
like an award
Luck
winner.
of the twat. Is that what you said?
Hey, will the sequel be?
Yeah.
Oh my god. What is a funnier?
Look what I started.
What would be a better word to add to an insult? Like, is nugget better than waffle, or is waffle better than nugget?
I think nugget's better because it makes somebody feel small, and it seems
So
like
what about
that's an
gutter
insult.
nugget? Gutter nugget would be pretty good. or twat nugget.
Yeah, unless you embrace your
Twat
smallness
nugget.
and you're like, screw you, I know I'm small, and then it doesn't hurt so much.
Yes.
I know what I am. Thank you very much.
Somewhere
welcome
in
for
here
that
is
tangent, by the way.
something to me about embracing smallness.
Oh. Next question, Joe.
Richard, I was counting on you.
I got nothing.
All right.
All right, we ready for the next one?
Yes.
I don't
Yep.
know.
What's the cure for the secret?
What's the cure for what now?
What's the cure for the secret?
Ooh.
You guys don't know what the secret is?
No.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
The secret was this self-help book that was very popular in the early 90s, 2000s, or late 90s, 2000s that guided everybody to basically just be positive.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was the whole idea that, like, if you put something out into the universe would send it back to you. Like, if you wanted to, it's the whole idea behind vision boards and stuff like that.
Well, that's a terrible lesson to teach people. It's not going to happen at all.
Oh,
Yeah, why can't
All
people
right.
be miserable like the rest of us?
Yeah. Let's be miserable. Okay, ask the question again with that now that I know the context.
What's the cure for the secret?
Burning.
curtains.
Burning that book. I don't advocate book burning normally. But in special circumstances.
JB's is pretty good. JB says, mind, thoughts, and unicorns.
Yeah, that's good.
I say penicillin.
That's awesome.
Gonna need that gutter twat's gonna need some penicillin.
Oh my god.
That's a different question.
Anais, like, that was my favorite thing. I think you were so offended by that.
Ani says bonfire and hellfire. Ani says every brain taking a dump on it.
Shane stands by penicillin.
Yeah, I think penicillin.
Even though he's allergic, so technically it is always going to burn when he secrets.
Yeah, but penicillin's not good for me either. That's not good. I'm allergic to that as
We're just gonna have to practice safe secreting.
well. We are, because that's not going to work.
That's what an EpiPen's for.
That is. That is.
So that you can. Never mind. I'm not going there.
I'm gonna stand by my answer and go with roast beef curtains.
Roast beef curtains.
All right.
Those are only good for like a little while, though.
Yeah, and then it starts to get rancid, and then you need penicillin.
Right?
I don't think that's what he meant.
Of course he didn't mean it that way, JB.
All right. We have one more. We already have a winner to the game, and I'll announce the winner of the game here in a minute. But I want to ask one more question so everybody can get in there and have one more fun, exciting, vulgar time. It has been said that if vampires were to truly sparkle, they would not be vampires. They would be blank.
Oh, bronies.
Oh, that's so good. So good.
JB Teller says strip club bouncers. Annie.
Whoa, whoa! Anais bringing the heat all of a sudden. What?
Wow. So we go from gutter twat to snatch? Is that what we
No. Naturally, like natch is naturally.
Oh, okay.
Like it's playing.
Oh,
No. No. Although I guess that applies too. But that's not what I was saying.
God.
I'm going with Chippendales.
Chippendales, there you go.
No.
Yeah, Ani says twat.
Twat Twitters.
Oh, hey, just for the record, thing, twat nugget sounds like
Twat Twitters.
Ani bringing the heat too. Ani, are there still only 140 characters in that kind of Twitter?
Yeah, I think so. The anything related with text is still 140.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it really is what you do with the 140 characters. It's not the number of characters; it's what you do with them.
Right. Exactly.
Ani,
What?
do they make a cream for that?
Did they make a cream for that? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh man, I will say, Joe, like Joe's bar, like when it is not attached to the Brain to Book Cyber Convention, the little racy.
It is. It's really out of hand. That's for sure. I apologize about that, buddy.
Be right back one more time. Sorry.
The winner of the game, everybody, is Shane Wilson.
Hello. And Antonio got a point too, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So let's delve into the psyche of gutter twat, shall we?
Oh my. Oh my.
Do we really want to go there?
I feel especially Canadian right
No. That's drag queen snatch. No,
that's not what I said.
no, I said
Wait,
I said
Sparkly
drag
and
queen snatch is what I said.
That's what he said.
That's what you said.
I gotta
That's
go.
what you said.
That's what who said that?
He said. In this case.
Oh, okay.
In this case.
Now Tiffany's back, so now Joe, you can explore the psyche.
All right, let's just explore the psyche. I'll drink my tea.
I'm not sure if there's any exploring being needed. Has anybody got any opinions on it? Jane, have we discussed the trailer for 8? You've seen it obviously, right? Have you seen the trailer for episode 8?
Yes, I have seen the trailer for episode 8.
And your thoughts?
The teaser, as it were, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm excited about it because it feels dark, and I like it when Star Wars goes dark, you know? I think that they are planting the seeds for moving beyond the Jedi/Skywalker storyline, which I think is also a good idea if we're going to sustain this thing for very long.
Yeah, I agree. I think my biggest concern was when I first heard about the rotation and who was going to be doing what.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the one that I flagged for me because I'm a film guy, so I know movies, and Rian Johnson is somebody who everybody should know if you haven't seen Looper or anything that he's done,
Right.
Brick, or anything that he's done. You need to go check it out because it's phenomenal filmmaking.
Right, and he's very off of like what is in terms of safety. This guy is a little bit off the wall, which is an interesting choice.
And he's non-linear.
And right, yeah, he is non-linear, which is cool. And I think that he will be good for the middle installment because the middle installment has traditionally been the strongest one, right? I mean, that's not the case for Star Wars exclusively. That's the case for trilogies in general. the middle installment is so important.
I would argue Lord of the Rings: Two Towers is probably the weakest of the three of movies.
Well, I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy, so I can't argue with that. So,
but I would say, I mean, anybody want to chime in here?
I struggle through those movies.
Yeah. But what about? So I mean, I don't know. I think so. For me, this was really tough because I know Rian Johnson, and I just don't know that he can encompass the universe the way that it's been going, especially Disney's take on it.
right.
And the trailer gave me pause. It gave me encouragement because there is elements of Rian Johnson in there, like the moment when she touches the rock and the rock explodes, and you see it in slow motion. That's Rian Johnson at a T. That's a very that's one of his stylistic things that he likes to do. He likes to slow the motion down and kind of engage you in that moment.
That's his lens flare.
Yeah, exactly. So that's his gutter twat. So
Can we please make that a thing? Like, that's the stylistic thing. Like, oh man, that's so good. Like, Zack Snyder's gutter twat is that everything has to suck.
But yeah, so I think for me that really resonates for me that this is going to be okay in his arms, and so I'm excited about it. I will refuse, even though I was scared to go to the movies yesterday, but luckily they only showed the teaser one, so I guess they only have the one out right now, so it's safe to go.
Yeah, that's the only one they have out right now, and that's probably the only one that we'll have for a little while.
Yeah, so I do not want to watch any more of them. I'm good with what I've seen. I'm going to be happy with that. I'm going to stay with that. Although I will say, I saw an extended trailer to Wonder Woman in the theater when I went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2 yesterday, and that intrigued me a little bit more. God damn you, DC, grabbing me again and trying to.
I believe, and you know, I mean, DC likes to grab people. Whatever. Woman might be okay.
I don't have faith.
The thing that attention for Wonder Woman is, from the trailers that I've watched, it kind of has first Captain America movie. It has that look, and it has that cinematography. It reminded me of that first Captain America, and I think that bodes well for it.
What do you think of the new Justice League trailer?
And plus, Chris Pine's in it, so I haven't seen that one.
Again, you know, honestly, Richard, that's the one trailer I've seen from DC that probably it did not impress me. So maybe that would be the movie to go see. Maybe it's the opposite effect.
Yeah, maybe it's the opposite.
The trailer has to suck for the movie to be good. I don't know.
I don't know. Justice League is still a Zack Snyder film, though.
True, because
yes, it is.
Back to the episode 8. After I watched the trailer, what I got from it, it seems like there will not be an episode 9.
Oh, there is one.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, we do know that.
Oh, okay. Because it seemed like, you know, at the end of it, when he says it's time for the Jedi to be done or whatever, it just seemed like, you know, they're going to kill off the Jedis.
Well, right. I mean, that's my whole thing is that I think maybe I agree with that. Maybe it is time for the Jedi to be done so that we can get into other Star Wars stories. Well,
that's what I was going to say. It up for something new for episode 9.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt that. I mean, I think that Rey, because there's footage in that trailer of Rey training with a lightsaber and everything, and so I think that she'll probably like carry on. But I think that we're maybe moving past the Jedi Sith dichotomy.
Yeah,
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Speaking of Star Wars, it's not necessarily about Episode 8, but the prequel, the Rogue One. What everyone thought about that, because I personally didn't like it. There was one good scene. I don't know if anybody noticed, but that the woman, she's right in the dick. That was the greatest thing I ever saw.
What,
did you guys see that?
What was this?
There's a battle sequence. Female lead comes around this sort of like stone wall, and he shoots a stormtrooper and is right in the crotch, and he goes flying. I thought that was the funniest damn thing. The only good part about the movie. I thought it sucked.
But I love that movie. I thought that was the best Star Wars movie I'd seen in a really long time.
I
thought the lead did a really good job playing it, and I thought that there's some pretty neat ideas, but it just, I don't know, it just bored me.
It was. I think that the beginning of it can be a little bit like that. The third act, like some of the best Star Wars movie I've ever watched. That the final battle is so good. The beginning of it is a lot. Like it's a little over here and a little over there, and it's easy to kind of get lost in that, I think. And it was tedious is maybe a good word for that. But to me, like
I was let down because
once it settled in, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I think Anakin versus Obi-Wan was fantastic. Done perfectly almost to a T. His turn was really decent. And then obviously Sidious, becoming Sidious to the.
Oh, you're talking about 3. He was asking about Rogue One.
Oh, Rogue One. Oh, sorry.
Well, for me, I don't mind hearing about the other ones because I mean the first Star Wars, Daisy Ridley's Star Wars, and Rogue One. So that Star Wars is actually what made me. So that's why I'm starting to watch all the other ones. But yeah, that's why I was so let down in Rogue One because Daisy Ridley's Star Wars was so phenomenal. I mean, I've seen it like 10 times. It's awesome.
Yeah,
great storytelling.
I think Rogue One tries too hard to be its own movie, and that's where it fails miserably.
Yeah.
It tries to
also
attach itself to the lineage of of Star Wars and the history of Star Wars, but it does so miserably. It's almost like an afterthought, and there's stories in there that don't make any sense and that don't add to the continuing connection that we have with all the stories, and I think that's where I got lost. I think the battles were cool. I think there was some cool fight scenes, and then the final battles were cool, but for me, of course the end will change everybody's opinion of that movie, but
just because of that Darth Vader scene, man. Oh my god!
I think that's the one. Yeah, I think that's the scene that will make everybody really want to see this movie. But,
like to me, go ahead.
I was just thinking, this is the mission that they went on to destroy the star thing, right?
This is where they went to
they don't accomplish that in this
plans for the Death Star.
I clearly I couldn't. I was saying the ending is good. I'll give it a second shot.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I think interested to hear what we should maybe just JB. Maybe this is a thing that you can host since you're doing panels right now, is like a Star Wars panel, because I would like to dig into some of this stuff a little bit more. Moment, and I would be interested in hearing everyone's thoughts on this for the 10-year anniversary of Spider-Man 3, which is widely regarded as the worst of the original Spider-Man movies, but better than every Spider-Man movie that we've gotten since then. So the 10-year anniversary of Spider-Man 3. Joe, your thoughts? You're muted currently. There you go.
It can go by without me noticing it.
You're right. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, it just made me think about it again, right? Like I read an article today. I read an article today in defense of Spider-Man 3. That it, well, I guess it was really in defense. Go ahead.
The fact that it's better than the newest installments doesn't necessarily
say much. Right.
it was that bad. They were singing. They sang, but why did they? I remember watching that, just thinking, am I hallucinating? What is going on
Like
here?
the Peter Parker dancing down the
That
street.
was a terrible movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was. I think that
I was
everybody.
like, did I just break in the La La Land or something?
It was. It was Venom. It was Venom and the symbiote that made that movie awful. Everything else was kind of on point, but if they hadn't forced Venom into it, it would have been fine.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with that movie. Apparently,
And
it has 4 villains or 3 villains.
3.
And yeah, it's hard to keep track of that once you make that triple mess. I mean, you introduce Sandman in the first like 10 minutes of the movie, and you give his great origin story, and then it's almost like he's a forgotten character by the end of the movie. And
You know, I think a lot of it, like Spider-Man 3 is the perfect example of what happens when the studio takes over the production of a movie as opposed to the director, because Sam Raimi, like, clearly was very good at what he was doing. Spider-Man 2 was the greatest superhero movie that we had up until The Dark Knight. So he clearly understood it. And it was that third film that just kind of took it off the rails. And it was all studio. That wasn't him. That was studio.
yeah.
I agree.
It also sorry, Joe.
No, I was just gonna say I thought
Well,
done.
yeah.
That's what it was.
I also think that they could have cut about 45 minutes to an hour out of it, and it would have,
For sure.
Well, and if
it was way too long.
If Venom hadn't been in it, they would have easily been able to cut 45 minutes out of it.
I think part of the reason that Venom ended up in it is because the fans wanted Venom.
Absolutely.
And
But then
they didn't realize that
I think
the way that they would get Venom was, and I think that's why there was so much hate on it too, because my boys, they didn't grow up with Spider-Man and Peter Parker and all that good stuff. My husband and I showed them the movies, and they absolutely loved Spider-Man 3. They thought it was awesome. Problem with Venom.
Loving it. I loved Venom as a kid too, and like was dying to see Venom in a movie. And
right,
so,
but
yeah, like
also they don't have a preconception of what Venom's supposed to be.
Right.
So for them, Venom was but he wasn't the bad guy that we grew up with in the comic books and with even the cartoon. And I think that's why a lot of fans threw a lot of hate at what was just an okay movie because there were too many character developments. And it was because of the fans hating it so much. That's why it has such a bad reputation. It's not really a bad film.
It definitely wasn't as bad as Batman and Robin, which is like maybe the worst superhero movie. Yeah, Bat Nipples.
That was the best part of that movie, man.
Bat butt and bat crotch. It was very aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
that scene where they started like suiting up was too aggressive for me. I was a kid and I was like, this is a lot.
Yeah.
Superman 4, Quest for Peace.
Oh, Superman 4. I remember. That's not the one where Superman got rapey, is it?
No, that was the previous one.
Okay, right.
That was with Richard Pryor, though. You can't fault a movie with Richard Pryor.
But Richard Pryor, like that movie was ridiculous.
What? It was stupid as fuck. But 4 is even
Superman
worse.
3 was bananas.
4 is the one where Lex Luthor creates Nuclear Man.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that.
Oh,
Which is the one where Superman flies so fast that he makes the Earth go backwards and reverses time?
That's the first one.
That's 4, isn't it?
No,
That's the first one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we're having a Penny moment.
How did they ever get to a second one? Superman 2 was the best.
Yeah, I agree. Going back on it, here's something to talk about. 2 seems to be, you were just saying the middle one, but 2 of most sequels seems to be the best one. Khan is the best Star Trek in my opinion.
If you talk about sagas, yeah.
Empire Strikes Back. You know,
Are we talking about just
Godfather
about movies
2.
in general, or just like the?
Yeah, no,
Well,
I'm talking about.
I think if we're talking about,
sequels.
I don't know. I think
Aliens.
2.
Die Hard 2 was terrible.
Yeah.
To bring sequels into it, but I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to beat Die Hard 1.
Die Hard 3 was the better of the sequels.
I actually think,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
later, the latter.
Actually,
I think the latter films were better than 2, and actually equal number 1.
For which series?
Die Hard series.
Ah,
I
for
love
me,
newer.
I like 1, 3, and the rest can just go away.
I agree. I'm with you.
I mean,
I watched 4 the other day. It was fantastic.
Batman Returns, I think, is better than the original Tim Burton Batman. I think The Dark Knight is better than Batman Begins.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one that I can come up with that is the exception to the rule might be Scream is better than Scream 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Scream-
in Scream 2, they tell you that the second one always sucks, so they had to follow
Right.
that rule.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Every time I hook up with a girl for the second time, I'm like, listen.
Here's some things you need to
The
know.
second one is never as good.
I'm
What about
expectations right now?
Just like we'll
What
lower
about,
the expectations, and that's what Scream was trying to do, was lower the expectations. And I think that everything that I feel about sequels ultimately comes from Scream 2, because that's the first metafiction movie that I watched that was very like self-reflective, right? And so Scream 2 trained me to assume that sequels were bad, but ultimately all Scream was really talking about was horror movies. And horror movie sequels are always bad.
No. Was Nightmare 2 worse than Nightmare 1?
Oh, that's a good example, I guess.
They're all
like,
bad.
Nightmare, I agree. Is always bad. But I say, like, Halloween is better than every other Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th is better than every other Jason movie. End of list.
But the point that
What you guys think of
that
the,
Scream was trying to make, Scream 2, I think when you look at it from a writer's perspective, it makes a little bit more sense. It shouldn't be this way, but it was really bad in the 80s that the first one, we just throw all the action in it. So it's true for action and horror movies. And then the second one, we have to explain everything that happened in the first one. And there's this gapping in between. And then the third one's brilliant again. And you don't get that so much in science fiction or fantasy because the world building happens as the story goes along.
Hold on.
There's no shock value.
I have an example. Matrix Reloaded. What do you think?
Right.
The Matrix.
Yeah, absolutely. It
Matrix.
sucked.
Part 2.
Matrix was amazing. Matrix 2 sucked. Matrix 3 was And then there was the anime.
The Animatrix was better than either of the sequels.
I think the sequel for it was a letdown, but I think with the third movie, I think it redeemed it. It totally redeemed itself with them and pissed me off when Trinity died, because one of them Machine went through all that with them, and then
right.
Well, I mean, they saved Zion. One have gone back. I don't know. I mean, I understood why they had to go. Very, very good writing. But yeah, I just wish one of them would have lived.
Oh, Joe, how about take this one to Angela B. Chrysler? Iron Man 2, garbage time.
Oh no!
That's a bad sequel. That's a bad sequel.
What about
My kids love Iron Man 2. I don't get it.
Yeah, because they're children.
Here you go.
Is that what it is? I don't know, maybe. But you know what? Even they had the good sense to know Matrix 2 sucked, so I'll give them that.
How about Shane? Winter Soldier though.
Winter Soldier,
Winter
a
Soldier
good
was
entry,
better.
absolutely, and a good entry. But
What
listen,
about-
like Iron Man,
What about
I feel like all of these other movies that Marvel puts out are good in spite of Iron Man.
So
My
you're
children would burn you
anti-Iron
to the
Man person.
ground.
I'm
Is
not
that it?
anti-Iron. Don't put words in my mouth.
I don't know. That's why I was
I'm your
asking.
friend.
I was
we
asking you.
were in an alliance, Anais.
We still are. That's why I'm asking, because I don't know.
I'm not
I want
anti-Iron Man.
clarification.
I'm not anti-Iron Man. I'm just like anti-Angela
Or over Iron
Chrysler
Man,
hating
yeah.
Batman.
I understand that. She was pretty like adamant about it. Did you see the thing that I had on my Facebook where it was Iron Man
Yes.
if he was Sailor Moon? That was,
It was
so
excellent.
hilarious.
I want to get dressed like that every day of my
Hilarious.
life.
Oh my gosh, me too.
I'm telling you right
Oh my goodness.
next year for B2B, the first video we have as a panel that Angela is in, I am popping on screen in a complete Batman suit.
Oh, I never saw that.
I didn't either.
This sounds
Oh no, he's
amazing.
talking about doing it next year.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to next year.
Oh, I feel like all of us should.
Okay.
He's gonna start the fight early.
I think all of us are going to do that.
Swear to God,
We should all do that.
She's gonna turn red
Oh,
with anger just looking at it.
when it
Yes.
pops on, that's what it's going to be. She's going to be staring at
I
Batman.
mean, listen, it's really tough to argue with someone who is only arguing with a small fraction of the source material.
Yeah.
And when that person sets the rules, I mean, what is this? Primetime 24-hour news on cable?
What about remakes? What is the best remake or reboot in your mind? Is it Dark Knight?
Star Wars. No, Star Trek. Star Trek. And that coming from somebody who
Yeah,
loved
Star
the original
Trek
Star
was pretty
Trek.
good.
Star Trek
They
series?
did a really good job
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, I gotta go. That's
Oh,
My
Do
little
they consider?
I heard
I have a Star Trek question because I am not well versed in Star Trek lore. Is Star Trek are all of the different iterations of Star Trek considered reboots, or are they just new chapters?
All of them up until the last ones were new chapters.
But
New
this is a
commanders
reboot.
later on of and then this is
Right,
a reboot
okay.
of the original Star Trek with all the
Got
original
it. Yeah, because we haven't had a reboot of Star Wars because this is just continuing the story. Okay, cool. Best reboot. Let me think about it for a minute.
reboots.
See how Canada wants to.
I mean, Power Rangers is a pretty good reboot.
I can tell you what it's not. It's not Transformers. I'm just saying.
Oh, no.
Or Smurfs. Or Trolls.
or
They need to
That's-
stop
those
ruining
are-
my childhood and just let it go.
I heard that Warner Brothers is going to bring tricks. This is what I heard.
You said what?
They're wanting to reboot. I heard that Warner Brothers is wanting to reboot The Matrix.
Yeah, I heard that too, actually.
Feature Jordan
God.
as Neo. I
No.
hope they-
And they
I
need to
was
stop
hoping
with the
that'd be a
money
lot older
reboot
before
too.
they
That just
rebooted
needs
it.
to stop too.
what reboot?
The Matrix. See
I
how
thought she said.
Canada wants to know how we rank the Avengers movies. What do you guys think?
First one's the best one.
First one's the best by far.
The
And
first one's the only one I've seen because I give such a
then-
little shit about the Avengers.
then the latest
Dude,
one, I
like,
think,
fight your
was
own
actually
fight.
pretty good
You know
too.
what I mean? Like, do you really need a team?
I have a really hard time keeping track which is an Avengers movie and which is like Thor or
They're all
whatever,
Avengers
because they're
movies.
all in them. I know, that's what I was saying. It's hard to separate what's actually supposed to be an Avengers movie because they
It's
always have
Avengers-
multiples of each other in them.
It's Avengers and like Diet Avengers.
I heard there's
or
supposed to be like
Avengers,
10 or
like-
20 more of them.
Right?
No,
But I
thought it was-
I can't believe it's not Avengers.
yeah, I can't believe it's not Avengers. That's
Well, when Lego spooks it, then you'll know it's.
that. I think JB gets another Cards Against Humanity's point for that one. That was a solid point. I think, yeah, Joe. To go back to your other question, I think that my favorite reboot is probably the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's real good.
That
man.
first one
It's
was
real good.
Yeah.
I like the Dark Knight series, definitely.
gripping.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I'm just waiting until we
as
get
long
a
as you-
Howard the Duck reboot.
I'm not sure that I agree.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not.
I would love to. Are you gonna see Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Shane?
As long as you can.
I gotta be honest with you guys for a minute. Like I haven't even seen Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Okay. Well, there's a spoiler in there for
So
you.
good.
What you just said.
Oh, there's a Howard the Duck coming? What?
If they make a Howard the Duck,
Might
they
wanna
better
see
catch Sheen as a sidekick.
for that reason.
Is Howard the Duck and Rocket Raccoon gonna be in a homosexual relationship?
No
That
comment.
is-
Who's the top? Who's the bottom in that one?
Oh, I think the duck is the bottom. I mean, just like anatomically, it makes more sense, I think.
You know,
Also,
Yeah.
you know a lot about
Yeah.
how birds
And
have
plus Raccoon's really aggressive.
what do you think would be? And I don't agree with it. But what do you think of the reboot they're thinking about doing on the Crow?
I missed it.
The reboot that they want to do on the Crow.
Oh,
No, leave Brandon Lee alone. God damn
yeah.
it.
Leave the crow alone. Because
I
part of the
haven't seen the
charm of the
first
crow is how gritty that
To be
is.
honest.
And you'll never be able to recapture how gritty that is.
Plus that
Part of the
soundtrack.
grit
What is
Part of the
best?
grit comes from
Did
how
he
it
die
was
making
shot.
that one?
He did. Yes, he did.
Shot.
Yeah, he got.
Was it supposed to be like a?
Yep, you're on the.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a fake bullet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They were always supposed to be blanks in it. It was a live
It,
round.
it was the paper from the blank, and it was just at the narrowest part of the temple, and it went through because of the projection power.
That's tough, man.
Damn, that's bad. That's like a 1 in a million shot right there.
Yep. Yeah. The soundtrack to that movie is awesome.
It's so good.
Yes,
The
it
only thing
is.
better than the soundtrack to that is the soundtrack to Batman Forever because of "Kiss from a Rose" by Seal.
Yes.
Are you kidding
Love
me?
that
I don't know.
Dude,
the
I danced to
soundtrack
that at
Guardians of
prom.
the
Don't
Galaxy
even
is
knock
pretty
it.
damn good.
I feel like a total fish out of water with this stuff. No,
Okay,
Your fault,
let's
you're
talk
young.
about
no any of that.
something else then. Let's do Anais, what are you
That was
into?
fine.
No, don't do this. I'm in the alliance with you.
Oh, the alliance.
Yeah, I just read that Tori Amos is about to release a new album. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I did hear that she was going to release a new album. Yeah.
Is she gonna do a cover of "Kiss from a Rose" by Seal?
She's done a lot of covers over the years, but I don't think I've heard that one.
I
And
think
she's done
that
some pretty unlikely ones too.
Yeah, I heard
Well, that's definitely gonna be one that she should do.
Yeah, that would
I
be pretty good.
or it smells like
I just wanted I have no idea you guys are talking about.
Tori Amos.
Just to be honest.
I
I
was
have
a
no
90s singer-songwriter, played the piano.
You might know her cousin, Famous.
Tori Amos.
From the Cookies.
Does she wear glasses?
No, she does not.
Does
She has red hair.
Okay.
She's short. She has red hair. She plays the piano.
Oh,
She probably played at Lilith Fair.
She did
okay, I
not
think-
actually. She did not play at World's Fair. Nope. She played with a lot of metal guys. Like she's friends with Maynard from Tool and stuff like that. But no, she did not play World's
Maynard.
Fair.
Have you heard
Tool.
Have you heard "Smells Like Teen Spirit"? Her cover for that, Ani?
I have heard that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I have.
No, I need to hear that.
I'll be honest. I've heard most, like pretty much. I don't know if there's anything I haven't heard.
Her cover of "Smells Like Teen Spirit" is better than Disturbed's cover of "The Sound of Silence."
Ooh,
That's
What?
true.
Nothing is
I love that
better
cover.
than Disturbed.
Dude,
cover of the
okay,
Silence.
all right, here's my problem.
I can think of
I
10,000 things better than
I
that.
went back and I listened to it, I listened to it, the studio version, and then I listened to it live, and I was shocked. His live version, when he sang it live, he had a way better voice than what was represented on the studio recording. What is up with that? And then the next layer of what is up with that is, where are the harmony? Where's the harmony? That is the biggest part of that song, is the harmony.
That's the biggest part of Simon
He
and
does it
Garfunkel.
all with his grrr.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
it's
no,
so
that's not
amazing.
enough. No, that's not enough. A lot of people have that. Tons and tons of guys have that.
Yeah.
I can listen
so
to
many
that
people have
song
that.
10 times over and cry every single time I hear it.
Not me.
Not every guy can do that.
But me, because it's not Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed because he has the ability. I think that's where I was the most distraught, because when I heard the studio version, I was like, really? And then I listened to him live, and I was like, wow, he has some ability. So why isn't he doing more?
Maybe it's that maybe I've heard the live one. Maybe that's the one because when I bawled like a baby the first time I heard it.
And I guess different people
amazing.
ball for different things, so there's that too.
That's true too.
Is there more harmony in the live version? Because I have not heard it.
There is no harmony in either version, and that's why
my
I'm
beef, is
disappointed. That kills it for me right there, because when in the live version, when I see that he has talent and ability, and then you don't utilize that for the harmony of Sound of Silence, when the song is made of harmony.
There is one live version that he does with a guest on the stage, and that one
With harmony, or are they harmonizing, or are they singing it the same way?
The same
because
pitch,
sometimes
right?
they sing at the same pitch, and then people think it's the
They're
same.
like, they sound so good together.
Yeah,
because they sound
singing
the
the
same.
exact same thing.
I got 2 points. First, that's not their best cover. Their best cover is "Living After Midnight." That's their best cover. And then the best cover of all time is Johnny Cash's "Hurt."
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
my
that's
favorite
awesome.
cover. My favorite cover is Ben Folds 5's cover of "Bitches Ain't Shit" by Dr. Dre. It is amazing, and everyone should go and listen to it immediately.
Didn't Disturbed do "Hurt"? A cover of "Hurt"?
Probably.
What else?
He's done.
Johnny
That's
Cash
a really
did.
good cover. Or Disturbed. No, I mean, I think Disturbed of "Hurt." I think I might be saying the wrong name, but yeah, Cash's "Hurt" is. I have that on my Kindle. It's.
I think
it's awesome.
Who did the original "Hurt"?
That was 9 Inch Nails.
9 Inch Nails.
That's right.
Which is good too. Its original's good, but.
All right, I am on my way out, Joe. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Me and Antonio.
Yeah, I gotta bounce too because we're supposed to be seeing Guardians really early in the morning.
All right, I think we should wrap up and say goodnight to everybody, and thanks for hanging out. Why don't we go around and tell everybody who you are one more time? So I got everybody's YouTube channel in the description, and so definitely go and subscribe and like these people. Who's taking the next hosting gig? Who wants to do the next hosting gig? Oh, don't all jump at once. Come on.
For June,
I'll take it.
Are we doing it every month, or how are we doing
yeah.
it?
We could do it every 2 months. I don't care.
So that would put it in July.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I'll do it in
No, I can
July.
do July.
That's my birthday month. What?
There you go.
We have a Shane Wilson birthday party.
All right. So we'll look for virtual napkins to host the next one. And
Also, I won the game, so it's only fair that I host, right?
Oh man.
That should be.
Just a little
that should
last
be how
of
we
it in
decide.
there, everybody.
That should be how we decide every month, right? Like whoever wins gets promotion, but they also have to host.
There you go.
Okay, so why don't we start? Tiffany, why don't you tell everybody who you are, where they can find you?
Okay. I'm Tiffany Woodbeck. I was formerly writing as Stephanie Risen, and I'm moving all of that stuff back under my real name. So there's the short version of that. You can find me on Facebook at Tiffany Woodbeck Author. is my Facebook page. My Twitter handle is Woodland Beck, which is WOODLANDBECK, because it's a little hard to hear when I say it. But I also have a website, which is tiffanywoodbeck.blog. So those are the main places you can find me. The link in the description is not the right link for my YouTube channel. I haven't quite set up the right one yet. So there is that, just so everyone knows. That's all right.
All right.
But yeah, that's me.
Okay. JB.
I'm JB Taylor. You can find me on Amazon. My newest book is Discovery, one new Discovery series. I'm on Twitter, or JBT, and I have a YouTube channel called Taylor Talks. It was Taylor Made Author Interviews, but then I started branching out to just about everything. So now it's Taylor Talks. And I'm also on Facebook. Just look up my name. And yeah, that's about it. And I at Tori Amos and listen to her music. So.
All right, Mr. Wilson.
I am Shane Wilson. You can find me on the tweet machine at _Shane Wilson. On Instagram at the same thing, facebook.com/Shane Wilson author, and on YouTube, youtube.com/virtual napkins. And that, I guess, is where we will be next time in July. I guess the first weekend in July we'll try to do that. And yeah, that's it for me and Antonio. I'm Shane Wilson.
All right, Mr. White.
Author Richard White, actually. I have changed how I want to go about doing things. I'm on YouTube under Authors Write Aloud. That's my YouTube thing. Saturday mornings we do a radio/video call with fellow authors where we write aloud, talk about different books, stories, their stuff. Also, you can find me on Twitter at rwhiteauthor. You can also find me on Facebook, author Richard White, and also on the web, authorrichardwhite.com.
Heidi.
I'm Heidi Angell, and that's Angel with 2 L's because I'm not that kind of angel. And you can find me on pretty much any social media site with that. But my YouTube channel is a great resource to get you started. That's where I have the Angel's Life of Bookish Goodness, and that will take you over to my Patreon, which is where I put all of my bookish goodness that gets shared across all the different social media. For those who don't want to try and track it all down, you can get it right there at the Patreon page. At the level of your choice, everything from bookish novices who get just the book reviews and book promotion sales notifications, all the way up to the book gods and goddesses who get everything from author interviews, book reviews, writing tips, marketing tips, and all of that good stuff. So hope to see you guys there.
Anais?
I'm Anais Chartschenko, and you can find me on Amazon. I have 3 books there, and I've been in some anthologies. It's all on my author page. And I have YouTube and Twitter, Anais Believe. So you can come and talk to me about tea or whatever.
Awesome. And I'm Joe Compton, and I've been your humbled servant, the lead host for this great event. And I run GoIndieNow, which you can find my channel on YouTube as well. And just click on the name GoIndieNow, and you'll be in my channel. One of the things I would say is definitely subscribe, like, and comment on everything that these folks are doing, because they're doing some wonderful stuff out there for authors, and they all want to help everybody out. And that's why we're doing this, is to kind of make awareness that we're out there helping one another and doing what we do. And you know, you can find me on Facebook. I always say, you know, I'm an author. I don't have an author page because I like to be your friend, not your author. But you can friend me on Facebook. I've also have a GoIndieNow Facebook page, which is facebook.com/GoIndieNow. My Twitter is JoeDream73. And we are done. So just remember, it's always time to go indie now, and we'll see you. For myself, I will have a live panel discussion happening May 21st at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. That's our next show. And until then, it's always time to go indie now. Bye, everybody.